Right, there we are. We've started. Slightly later than expected, and apologies for that. So, welcome to UberConstruct Gaming Does D&D. I'm Tom, aka UberSerif, and Cadell is Aidan, aka Wasted Construct, and between us we are UberConstruct. As you can see today, we do not have a Thunder. Unfortunately, he just can't make it today. Which is fine, we'll just continue on without. And we know we're a little bit out of kilter because we did last week, and we're doing another one this week. But then we're not doing another one for another 4 weeks, and we are going to have withdrawal symptoms by the time we come back again. But I'm sure we'll put stuff on Facebook all over the place. And so catch us again in 4 weeks' time, which is what's the date that? 1, 2, 3, 4, the 1st of August. Catch us then, back again, 1st of August. When we're coming back. Write it in your diary. Write it down. Jot it down somewhere. But if you happen to miss it, or any of our episodes, you can catch them again on our YouTube channel. When you go there, subscribe. Then you won't miss anything. It'd be great. But anyway, with a man down, previously on Hetheria.
Previously
on Hetheria. You Meridian volunteered you all for a job to investigate the catacombs beneath Angel Run, and for Lucian, and for that, you obviously didn't want it to come from Lucian, so it came from an old friend at the Tun, who was working behind the bar there, and yeah, he guided you to the way you can access them, and you went down there and had a hefty fight with some people not listening to Cadell and then wishing they had. We'll see if they learned the lesson. We'll see.
Oh,
yeah,
it's right.
It's fine. Yeah, it was alright.
It was all fine.
You should watch it. It was great. If you haven't watched it already, it was good fun. It was a good laugh. But then, come the end of you defeating the mummy and a small, what do you call a group of skeletons? What's the group word? A clatter of skeletons. I meant one up. There you go. That'll do. That'll do.
Right up.
Yeah. It's canon now. That's it. So you, you defeated them with primarily thanks to Meridian blasting it with a hefty Scorching Ray spell, hitting it for a hell of a lot of damage. Otherwise, it could have turned out a lot worse. So, but after that, Thunder, who managed to find a song inscribed within the catacombs therein by Yachariah Cole. That's it. I'm sure he'd correct me if he was here, but he's not. There you go, Yachariah Cole. And upon doing so, everyone had a vision of some sort, sent to be almost interactive, and each of you received a gift. So mostly of the magical variety. And then they faded and disappeared, and left you a little bewildered about what just happened and who they were, and stood in a dark catacombs. What are you doing?
So just a question on the Hetheria, what sort of I know, but
Yep.
To my knowledge, I think there's only one god that's worshipped in this land.
One god is worshipped in this land.
Yeah.
Just referred to as God.
Yeah. It doesn't have a name or anything. It's just God.
Just God.
Yeah. Okay. And there's obviously like temples to this god in most cities.
Yeah. There's loads.
Yeah.
There's loads of. Some people refer to them as temples or churches. It depends on where you are.
Okay, well, I guess I'll turn to everybody and say, guys, I just had this crazy vision, and that I've got a shield now. I don't know what I saw this man in a bright white tunic with long white hair. He spoke to me saying I was walking the right path. Did you guys have the same thing? Did he speak to you?
Yeah,
Somebody spoke to me.
Certainly got this nice shiny new sword.
I got a new toy.
I've got a giant badger.
Yeah,
Ah,
you
yes.
now that you mentioned it, there is the giant
There's a
badger.
massive badger.
No, yeah. Yep.
It stood next to me.
Do you have a name?
Yeah.
Roger the badger.
Roger the badger.
It's never far away.
Fair enough. Yeah, and he's this badger is, friendly, docile. It's just relaxing next to Oribella. Is a little more cautious of everybody else, but not in any kind of aggressive way. So,
Moving on, I suppose.
all right, are you like I
Is that
say?
what you came down here to do?
I believe so, yes. I mean, as far as I can tell, he said clear the place out, and seems clear.
I mean,
Yeah, there
pretty
was
much,
still,
yeah.
as a reminder, there was one other exit to this catacombs, but which was stairs that led down. But after just a few meters, there was some sort of cave in. You don't even know how long ago, but you can't get past.
Accomplished.
To continue on then.
Looks pretty clear to me. So,
Say you, Thunder.
All
he
right,
agrees.
all right, let's go. Yeah, he just turns. He's already turned and started walking off.
Right, so let's.
With his new cloak
March
on,
on then.
you all see he's got a nice new cloak on his back with a large embroidered chalice on his back.
Very nice.
Yeah, and he's started to walk off into the darkness.
let's follow him.
Yeah, we better follow the crazy. Michael Blank, what is he? Tiefling.
Tiefling.
Yes, that's it.
Or Alzadoran, whichever way you wanted it.
Alzadoran.
Alzadoran.
Yeah, so then you start heading back. You, again, work your way back through past where you you encountered the other skeletons, which are still in a heaped pile on the floor. You walk past, head your way around that corner, past all of the individual kind of side rooms with where the tombs are of the honoured fallen.
We sort of glanced in then, didn't we? And just saw there was not a line there.
It's kind of moving.
So you carry on past, and after a little while, you get back to the stairs that lead their way up. Again, you make your way back into the area where there are more mass graves than there are honoured dead. Just the unnamed dead, the countless tens, maybe hundreds of thousands. And it's a much more grim a place, yeah, absolutely. And you make your way past those to the end room where you dropped down, and then you look up and then realise it's maybe about 8 feet up to the hole that you dropped down from. Which for Cadell can reach, but
Probably reach
that's at a stretch still, yeah.
Do a good old. Like, I must
No,
look straight up it.
old ladder or anything.
No.
We've got
No.
ropes, haven't we? I can get to
This hole it's not like a planned hatch for purposely getting in and out of. It is a hole which has occurred over the wearing of time.
Up you go then, Cadell.
I'll give someone a foot up.
Whichever way you want it.
Or oh no, if I can do it myself, I'll just get up myself and then chuck a rope down and help anyone else up.
Okay, yeah, you do. You can
Being-
pull yourself up easy enough because you're massively strong. You pull yourself up, and I know you've got a rope on your person. Just lower it down. Everyone else
Lower it down.
can
Give them all a pull up.
Yeah, you help them up. That's no problem. You can tie a knot at the end of the rope and then just pull them up as they kind of hold on to it. They don't have to climb much at all, really, because you're strong enough to pull anybody up. And you get up into the sewers, and then who wants to make a intelligence check to see if they remember the way out of the sewers?
I do not.
I was going to say I do.
I've been down here a fair bit, I think, I assume. It would probably make sense it was me. Skills, isn't it? Intelligence.
Not skills, attributes for a straight intelligence.
Oh, hang on. Attribute saves and blah blah. Intelligence +1. That's better than a kick in the nadgers.
Yeah.
But not if you
Best
roll a
out of
1,
the
it's
others.
not.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
you think
I'm
you know
sorry, lads,
exactly which
I've
way.
no idea where we're going. I don't know what's happened. I've completely gone out of my head. Not a clue.
At which point, then Thunder just kind of picks a direction and starts wandering.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, well, follow the guy who can see the dark. Makes sense.
On the bear.
Yeah, so
the
you start wandering. Yeah, you wander for a little while, and you
Whole session is going to be us
Yeah.
wandering around the sewers.
Lost.
In the sewers.
Trying to
lost
get
in
out.
the sewers.
Well,
Yeah,
that
brilliant.
magical badger you've got there, do you think it'd be able to find a way out? The magical badger.
Just a really
It takes you a little while. You felt like there's some times when you've gone round in circles, but then Thunder eventually does guide you out. You find this. You found the storm drain. No, I was rolling for sheer luck. The a DM roll.
I was going to say, I don't have a sheer luck skill. Man.
No, it's a DM roll just to see how long it takes you, just in general. You were wandering around for a little while, and you see the storm drain coming up, and it's starting to get lighter, because that's what kind of clued you to it at first. Is the fact that you had like some light coming into the sewers, and you could be able to follow that from there. But a little way from the storm drain, it's been best part of an hour since your fight and your visions that you had, and the badger which Orabella has had faithfully following her around these sewers just kind of fades away and disappears.
unusual.
And it is gone. And Bodger is gone.
Badger is gone.
And Bodger is gone. And then you emerge into daylight, which is now probably mid-afternoon. You had quite a busy day, really, breaking Thunder out of jail in the morning. And you kind of get out into the afternoon sun, and there's an odd cloud around, but it's still really, really bright. And say you've been underground for a fair amount of time, and it hurts. You have to shield your eyes a little bit just until your eyes adjust.
And Captain, gonna crack on, or we're gonna spend the night here before we leave?
Until we need to go fun and get our reward. Did you say there were 10 gold involved in this?
What was
Tom
that?
at the bar.
What was that?
Yeah,
There
I'm sure
was.
it said there was a 10 gold reward.
Oh, right. Okay, cracking. Even better, yeah. I thought we just got to keep what
Much
was
better,
down there
yeah.
and got the potions. No, bonus. Back to the ton then.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, what a shame. We've got to go back to a pub.
On that note, as soon as you were like, let's go back to a pub, and Thunder's like, yes! Yeah, and you're all a little bit smelly now, a little bit ripe from roaming the sewers for a little while
Oh,
and
we
fighting
passed it.
undead.
We passed a bathhouse. Like a good looking bathhouse.
That was in
It was
the.
called. It was called the Moonside. Was it called the Moonside?
Yes.
You make
Yeah, I saw a
Yes.
pretty good looking bathhouse. I say we go there and get cleaned up.
Yeah, fine
I would
by
probably
me.
drink-
I don't really want to go to the pub tonight.
And you have to. You would have to go pretty much past the ton to get there. The storm drain was at the kind of northeast side of the inner wall, near enough. And then, so you'd have to make your way back southwards, and you'd be passing the ton, and then shortly past the ton, there was the bridge over into the Six Houses district, where you saw the bathhouse. So, yeah. So you
Head
all
to the
making
ton?
your way.
Yeah. Let's go to the
There you
top.
go.
No. Yeah. I was going to say one of us should just run in and talk to the guy, but yeah, let's all get not non-smelly first, shall we?
I agree.
Whichever you want to do.
I want to go. Yeah.
Yeah. So, look at clean.
But
So
mind
that-
you, I was going to say, we're going to spend the night at the ton. So we're going to spend the night there. We might as well go and get cleaned up first and then go back to the ton.
Yeah, and then set off first thing tomorrow morning.
Make a night of it. We'll have a punch up while we're there to throw Tom.
It doesn't have a sand pit, so
Oh, bugger.
it doesn't have a fight pit. It's not like the Anvil.
Just have a barroom
yeah.
brawl. I'm just going to walk in and punch
Just
the barroom.
randomly punch somebody.
Start pushing some tables together. That seems to rile them up. Right, to the bathhouse.
Okay.
The bathhouse.
You make your way. You pass the ton on your way. You get to the bridge, and again, there's a couple of guards, the same two guards that you've seen a few times as you've crossed this bridge. And they could pretty much smell you coming, give you a bit of a wide berth, and like, no, fair enough, and just leave you about your business. It's more than their job's worth, and just leave you to it. And then you cross over into the Six Houses district. You pass by some rather nice shops and houses, and then you eventually come into a bit of a smaller kind of courtyard area, which has the statue of King Eventine in the middle, and which has the bathhouse just on the far side. Going in.
How grand are we talking? How like big
It's-
is this bathhouse?
It's a pretty grand bathhouse.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like just what we need after some mummy fighting. Right, let's go.
Just come through a swamp.
Yeah, you as the five of you just kind of march in to this bathhouse, and there's probably a woman behind the bar, maybe about 30 something. And then as soon as you all kind of wade in, she's like, "Oh my, yes, welcome to the moonside."
I think you know what we're here for.
Absolutely. Now, just how many? Is it the single to share?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
not shy. I've barely got any money.
What was that, Cadell? Sorry, you...
I'm not bothered sharing.
So some strange reason
Makes
I
it
just
worse.
can't not catching what you're saying.
No,
To
it's,
Oh, I'm not hearing
really-
them very
yeah.
well either. I think the microphone's a bit iffy tonight.
Yeah.
sometimes it's fine, and sometimes you just break up a
Yeah.
little bit.
yeah, I'm sorry getting it like every sort of word.
But she's like,
Yeah,
well, we offer a range of services. The room itself, the bath to share, that would be 3 gold. Now we do offer, say, a range of services. Whatever you need, I'm sure we'll be able to supply.
I see.
Well, let's cut to the chase. I have 1 gold and I smell like the back of a badger. So, what can be done?
3 gold for the 1 room, which you can all share.
Sounds fair.
I
Sounds
can
fair.
I can chip in my last 3 silver to this.
I've got a gold.
Oh, Jesus
I'll
Christ.
throw in.
My pin for all this shit. Well, I just I threw 3 gold in the face. Well, not
Oh,
actually.
cheers.
And I nicely lay 3 gold onto the counter.
A pleasure.
That's mighty generous, Captain.
Isn't these it
Well, we're
is,
about to get 10
Captain? And then she walks from behind her counter. And it's like, this way, and kind of leads you into kind of like an initial kind of, well, antechamber, which has like sets of towels and robes and things laid up. So, please help yourselves to 1 each. And then through that door just there is your room. Now, here is the key. Please just return it when you're finished. And then she just turns
Will do.
and leaves you. If you need anything, there is a bell within.
Thank you, miss. And what was your name, sorry?
Geraldine.
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 Thank you very much, Geraldine. Been quite accommodating.
As is our business, sir. And she turns and leaves you to it.
Cool. Let's go in. Let's see this 3 gold bath.
You
That'd be nice.
Far too excited about having a bath. An imaginary bath.
Hector leads his way in first. By the time Hector gets to the door to go in, Thunder's naked, just striding about naked, and he just kind of walks straight in behind you. You walk in. What you notice as soon as you grab the doorknob is it seems gold, like it's made of gold, either gold plated or it is golden. You walk in. There are like a few statues in each corner. And doesn't seem like to be anybody in particular. They're art pieces of kind of like half-naked women with something draped over them and something, fancy arty things you'd see in a bathhouse. There is at one end a kind of like a large vase, which again seems gold or gold plated, one or the other, with large stemmed flowers in them. And then there's a large bath, which is predominantly the entire room. And yeah, this bath this room is steamy because it is a hot bath. And there are kind of a few benches around the sides of the long sides of the room, and like 3 kind of more like lounger type things at one end, the opposite side to the flowers.
Cool. get undressed, lay my stuff on a bench, and dive in.
What before you actually dive, you realise that it's not deep enough to dive as such. You can lower yourself, and it comes up to about belly height stud.
Red open.
You were getting excited, about to dive in, and you go, "Woo! It's not deep enough." Okay,
Yeah.
just lower yourself in. It's not a swimming pool. It's a bath.
Yeah.
But it's a fair size. It's about 15 feet along its length, by about 8 feet.
Cool.
I'm in then. I'm naked in bath. Turn to Hector.
Everybody dives in.
I turn to Hector and I nod towards Thunder and say, "Told you it'd be red."
Yeah. I just didn't think it would be so small.
But you don't know
I
how.
love the update. When he comes back next week, oh yeah, John, by the way, we decided you have a really small penis.
Canon that. Canon.
It's too late now. That's it.
You weren't here.
I wasn't here to defend himself. Yeah, you all have a good soak, and yeah, I mean, she didn't give you any kind of time limit on that, so you could take your time because a lot of from several fights, a lot of running around the city that you've been doing over the last 24 hours, and the fight from the night before, because that was only last night that you,
Yeah.
Cadell and Hector fought each other, and then Cadell fought the brawler. So, yeah, you're very achy. That was only the night before, and you were very
Busy.
achy.
Feels
you were
like
Busy
weeks
24
ago.
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mad.
it's like a month in real terms, but yeah. But yeah, so yeah, you're all very kind of. It's knackered. It is 3 gold well spent.
He's just all stripped naked in front of a woman we only met yesterday.
Well, it's like week and a half at
Yeah,
least.
week and a half.
That's all right. Yeah.
That's
She's
fine.
probably seen it all by now. In fact, you were all kind of pissing on the mummy. Not you all. Meridian and Thunder was anyway.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, I forgot about that.
You just didn't care. You just whipped it out.
Well, it was on fire.
It was on fire. You were just helping
Safety
out.
first.
Yeah. So that you you have a good soak in there. Is there anything else while you're here, or is any conversations to be had, or anything you want to do?
Crazy day, wasn't it?
It has been a crazy day. How are you feeling about your family? I'm sure they're still alive and safe. I can't imagine they've been harmed.
I don't really got time to think about it, to be honest.
Really, the conversation we'll have when you start to look naked.
Yeah.
While you're having a good scrub.
It's just
well,
just
really.
leaning back.
Morabella, I was just washing my ass and I wondered. You feel about your family being.
Well, I just thought it wasn't yesterday. It's like day before, wasn't it?
What was that?
Oh,
When
wow.
they got kidnapped.
No,
Yeah.
that was
Because it took us a while.
you've done like a week of chasing bandits to the coast and
Oh
back.
yeah.
We
Sorry,
were a fair way away from Angel Run when that happened.
Mm.
yeah. True. Very true.
Yeah, I've just remembered the reason we were leaving. Trying to go down south, weren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, you were. And Quentin's daughters.
Shit, where is Quentin?
He's chilling at the
Anvil.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thought
With
we
our
left him in the
car.
sewers for a second. Then.
with our horse and
With a
cart.
cart and horses, and
Oh, yeah.
Which
most of
The
which
point,
are
we-
military-owned horses. And
He probably could have done with a bath, in fairness.
so just are we planning to? What's the plan? So we've got the job to go get the gem from the tomb in the forest to the south, but to the south is where Arabella's and Quentin's family are. So are we? Is this a rescue mission as well?
If the opportunity arises, definitely. I think we should. It's in the same direction, so that's the plan. Head back to the ton, collect that cash.
Well, it is sort of in the same direction, isn't it?
Well, it is to the south, but that's quite a broad statement. Excuse me, everybody, for coughing. A little tickle. Yeah, it's a broad statement. The deadlines themselves would be, maybe 4 days ride from end to end, just in the deadlands alone. Yeah.
I'll go to the deadlands first and swing back up afterwards. Get the gem on the way back.
It all depends on the which way you're travelling south. The 3 main routes to head south is you go to the coast, get a boat south, and see if you could persuade somebody to go as far as the Deadlands, which is dangerous. You could go on horseback from Angel Run across land and straight down towards the outpost where Cadell has previously been stationed once or twice, which is kind of an outpost on the edge of the Deadlands. Or you head upriver towards Garden Springs, which is closer to the forest plains than it is the Deadlands. Whichever you want to do.
We can't leave family behind. We're going to have to go and have a look. There's no way.
Yeah. So the outpost seems like the best way. Yeah. Outpost.
Base of operations, we can store equipment and horses, and might be able to get some rest, and it'll be a safe place because I've been there before.
Okay, well that sounds like a plan.
Okay then.
Covering my ass crack.
Give it a clean.
Well, yes. Yeah, a little squeaky squeak.
Yeah, you
None
all.
of us have bothered washing any other part of our bodies. We've got incredibly clean assholes. That's fine. Let's move on.
Yeah. You finish up. You clean up, dry up, get your robes, and you get dressed again. In what are they're still kind of stinky clothes, really. But you are a lot fresher for just cleaning yourselves. So you put those back on. You're not as stinky as you were, and then head your way out back through the anteroom. Head back past her, and she's like, finished very well. Did you enjoy your stay? It's a pleasure.
Yes, it was lovely. It was lovely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, very clean.
Marvellous. Please do visit us again.
We shall.
And she opens the door
Right,
for you all. Yeah, and you head your way back through, past across the courtyard, past the statue, past the nice shops, and then head back to the ton. And you head back to the ton. You can walk your way in, and that same barman is stood behind the bar. I mean, you've spent quite a bit of time there. You're getting on towards early evening.
What's his bloke's name?
I don't even know if I gave you one. Did I give you one?
I don't think I saw one actually. I probably would have written it down.
That's why I like to have at least one good note taker.
I would have written it. Yeah, I would have written it down. I didn't.
Oh yeah, and I have written here a small tavern, the Ton, run by blank. So Jeff. His name's Jeff.
No, my name is
Jeff. I will write that in my book now. Jeff.
Is
With a G. It's a G off. There you go.
G off.
G off.
G off.
G off, Jeff. Yeah.
Jeff Blank.
Jeff Blank.
Jeff Blank.
Yeah, Jeff Blank is still behind the bar.
Is Jeff the one that gave us the?
It is, yeah. He asked you to go and do this for him. For old time's sake, for Meridian.
Jeff, we've dealt with your mummy issues.
Good. Mummy? Great stuff.
And skeletons. Many skeletons.
Knew
A
you could
cluster of skeletons.
Knew you could handle it, eh? Believe I owe you a bit of something.
Yes. I
And,
think maybe you should possibly throw a couple of rooms in as well. It wasn't as easy as you made out.
Seeing as it's you, yeah, why not? Gives you
Thank you, good sir.
yeah, and hands Meridian 10 gold.
Right, well, I'll share that equally amongst everyone. And I'll wang Cadell an extra gold from mine to cover the bath.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Cheers.
So Cadell gets 3, everybody else gets 2, Meridian gets 1. I'll update Thunder's now. Thunder inventory gold. Hey, he's got money. He could have bought everything.
He's me and him have got cash.
I was going to say, I haven't.
2 gold.
I have 2 gold now. So.
Yeah, me too.
There you
go.
But if things get desperate,
Thunder's plush.
If I get too desperate for money, let's go into a pawn shop.
Well, if you're wanting to pawn anything off, this is the city to do them.
Where did you mark it down? 5,000 gold. You marked that down at, didn't you?
That was the only option on D&D Beyond. It was a diamond.
Got a $5,000 diamond.
That's probably about right for the size of it.
Yeah. Actually, £2 from Leberson boot sale, but let's not tell anybody.
Nah, bro.
What is that diamond? Is that the diamond? Is it? I'm assuming it's to do with spell casting.
Yeah, there's certain spells that you need certain materials to be able to cast, and my staff covers most of the. You can use certain materials, and it's always like a feather or a piece of broken glass or something small and minimal, and you can have a staff, or I think there was a choice of.
Yeah, you can have like a wand or something that would you'd be able to use that instead of the material content. But
yeah, like a spell.
If the material content that you need for the spell has a monetary value, the staff doesn't cover it.
Yeah.
You actually have to have that item, and some of my really good spells are a diamond of 50 gold or more. So I hadn't chosen them. I got a $5,000 diamond, and when I leveled up, one of my spells is Chromatic Orb, which you need a diamond for.
Yes, I know that one.
It's a fucking aggressive. It's a good spell.
Yeah, Nogglefen's last campaign had that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
and I got a sword. A nice shiny sword.
Yeah, as you kind of stood at the bar, kind of discussing what you've managed to get from these mysterious visitors, that I was like, we don't have many rooms available for you. We've got one large one you can share.
We have no secrets now.
We haven't.
And he looks over to Oribel's like, nah, I see. It's room 5 up those stairs over there. Help yourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, before we go, do you have any clothes washing facilities around here? All our clothes could do with a scrub.
We don't offer anything like that. You might be able to get something further over the other streets, but imagine at this kind of time of day they'd be closed by now.
Yeah, I suppose. I think a little handmaiden in the back that'd give them a scrub and hang out for us overnight.
We can have some fresh water sent up to your rooms if you want to wash them yourselves.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
All right.
Cheers, Jeff.
It's all right. Room 5.
Nice one, Jeff.
All right. So yeah, you heading straight up.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to bed.
Oh,
Shit happens if we stay up late in bars.
I think, to be honest, we're all pretty much exhausted. We just killed a reanimated mummy. I think it's time to go for some sleep.
Fair enough. So yeah, you all head up. You find yourselves room 5. It's easy enough to find. There's not that many rooms here, but yeah, the bar itself was getting a lot busier while you were there. You went up. You say you found your room. It has one double bed, and otherwise it's very spacious. But that's all that is in it.
Just one double bed. Mate.
Looks like we're getting cozy then, guys.
I'm guessing Thunder just jumped straight on.
Yeah.
Right. I've got
Who wants
a
to
bedroll.
join me?
I've got a bedroll in my inventory.
Yeah, I think
You all have.
Yeah, so yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, I'll crash on the floor.
Also, if he's sending up some fresh water, sorry, it's because I was having a dig through my inventory today.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a water skin. Can I fill that up with the water when he sends it up, just so I've got?
Well, when it arrives, there's this young lass comes up with kind of a wash basin full of water, and it's you can tell from the look of it, it's not drinking water. It's
All right. Well, I'll
it's,
fill it up then.
yeah, it's got something in it. You don't know whether it's something in there for cleaning
in fact,
or
you
whether
know
it's
what?
been used water or what. You don't.
I'm going to fill my water skin up anyway, because you never know.
Okay.
I won't drink it, I
No, we
promise.
can just get
That's up to you.
No, I know, but I'm just thinking, it's going to come at the occasion when something's going to be on fire, and piss just isn't going to cut it. I'm going to fill me water skin up. So yeah, 4 pints of liquid. It just says.
Okay.
Doesn't specify it has to be drinking water.
Fair enough.
I have 4 pints of liquid in my inventory.
I mean, a skin can carry anything you want. So yeah, it's okay. You fill it full of dirty dishwater, pretty much.
Really?
And yeah, so you've got a fairly sized wash basin full of water to be able to wash your clothes in.
You know the shops that we passed?
Yep.
Was any of them like did any of them look like a weaponry armory shop? I want to sell my shields, but I don't. We don't have to like full role play me going selling my shields, but just
not in the 6 houses bit that you passed.
Yeah.
That little stretch was more like high end, like apothecaries and fine clothes and stuff like that. Nothing for adventurers as such.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry,
not
I
this
didn't mean
up
I didn't mean the shield that I've just got from the crypt.
I know it's your old one. I know. I understood what you meant.
Yeah.
It's like this lovely shield.
Sell it.
This lovely shield. How much is this worth?
Must
It's
be worth a
magical. Ooh. No.
No, I just got an old shield in my inventory.
That's fine.
Well, there's not much point in having 2 shields unless you like get a shoulder charge from one or shield badge.
We'll have a mooch about it. Would there be somewhere in the city? Can we have a mooch about
There's
in the morning?
plenty of There's plenty of places you could probably buy and sell stuff from. Yeah, like there's plenty of blacksmiths which have accompanying wares that they would buy and sell and such.
Oh, we'll have a mooch about in a bit, because also, I bagged a scimitar, didn't I?
You did actually. You did. Yeah, you pinched off a bandit.
Yeah. So according to D&D Beyond, that's worth 25 gold.
It's probably not really. If it was brand new, it would be 25 gold from a shop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. But I mean, something will make me an offer on it, wouldn't it? I mean, it's just I'm scared.
But this is obviously it's heavily worn. It's been used by a life of crime.
Antique.
randomly, I seem to have 2 hand axes as well, which I'll sell them as well. So yeah. I don't know when I think that was during character creation. Yeah.
So I'll just say that you all clean your clothes in this water and they kind of hang it up. There's a couple of windows. It's a reasonable sized room that has a couple of windows on it. You're able to kind of air it out a bit. So they'll dry out by morning. But then there's Thunder lying in the bed. Right, it's a Scottish. My Russian is. Sorry, John, but my accent is not prepared for doing the mindset of doing a Russian accent. It's kind of like, who's going to join me?
In mother as a daughter, we always share bed.
I'm quite happy on the floor. In my head, when we left the bathhouse, we all got dressed. I just picked his clothes up, walked out, and went under air dry. So in my head, he's still butt naked. Just walked through town with it all swinging in the breeze.
Half of the town's already seen him naked anyway. So
exactly. Well, this is it. He don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's it. It's past the point of caring now. So yeah. So if everybody then opts to sleep on the floor, it's like, right, fine. He starfishes on the bed then. He has the bed to himself.
This will class as a long rest, yeah?
It will class as a long rest.
Excellent.
Full elf
again. I will sort Thunder out.
Well, you'll get all your spell slots back.
Slots back, and
if you just go to the very top.
Tell you what, for a glass cannon, I've got 30 hit points now. That's not bad at all.
I was going to say it's only 6 less than me.
Yeah, that's it's not bad.
What was that? Sorry.
I've got 30 hit points now for a magic wielding happy in cloth armor. That's not
all right.
bad at all.
Pretty good.
Just gonna have to have a quick sprinkle, gents. Sorry. Oh, sorry,
that's
ladies
right.
and gents.
So yeah,
Where the hell? I can't find long rest. Tap
on your picture.
You bring up this screen and then it's like it's
on the options.
There we go. Yeah.
So yeah, so you you bed down for the night. You spend what is a very good night's rest. Relatively speaking, it's a reasonably cozy. So then, you wake up in the morning refreshed. I assume nobody's wanting to sneak off today.
He's gone for a wee, honey, so we don't know.
Yeah. But he also...
That's a good point, yeah.
Oh, wait till they come back.
Grab a quick drink.
Am I right in assuming Meridian's not sneaking off this morning?
I don't think I need to, do I? So Jeff knows the score. He does. He'll report back.
He will. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know he will. Which is why
I didn't manage to. Nobody took the health potion, so I've nothing to report. Have I?
No. And again, you could have done it through Jeff. So.
I've been bitten on the foot by a midget. Oh, I'll tell you what. There's nothing. I know I shouldn't scratch it, but God, it feels.
Yeah, Meridian has got a very itchy foot. He
It's the
wakes up this
size of
morning.
it's like a golf ball.
It's walking through them sewers.
Yeah,
There's
it's
all
what it
sorts of insects in there.
So yeah, it is morning, and you hear a little bit more. You hear a little bit more hustle and bustle than normal outside,
You exit it on my.
and as because you hear the extra hustle and bustle, and Thunder just walks up to the window, Starkers, and just opens it up and just like as a peer outside. Like, people are busy. Yeah, and
What's going on, Thunder?
putting up colourful banners and things.
Colourful banners.
Festival or something. Have we wandered into town when there's? I'm trying to think. What's the date today?
Late summer. Yeah.
Would Meridian know if there was?
Both Meridian and Cadell would know this kind of time of year. There is the Festival of the Tree.
Of the tree.
Yes. And a lot of the banners and things have a variety of tree symbolism on it. There's not one kind of symbol for the festival itself, but people have kind of made their own and just kind of done all sorts of level of artistry. Some are like what children have made, and they're just hanging out of their homes and things like that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and you both know that during this festival, kind of a bit of a ritual is performed within the Six Houses district. And let me just find my image. Yeah, so it is in the High Green sector, just in front of Seraph Spire, the other side of Moonside, is within that park, which is quite a sizable green space. There's a lot of trees, but there's one very large, either ancient or magical tree. You're not sure which, and kind of a bit of a ritual happens there at this time every year. And you kind of, with everything that's happened, you'd lost track of the day and when it was going to happen. It's not something that's overly interested you much, even though both Meridian and Cadell know that the 6 major houses take part in that ritual. Like the head of those houses take part. And yeah, and everybody is welcome to go and watch. It's a ritual that kind of represents kind of towards the end of summer. It's not dead on the end of summer, but it's kind of marking the end of summer and the beginning of the kind of autumn period and what is going to be more of a harvest period. It's not a harvest festival as such. It's more of a end of summer festival.
End of summer, start of harvest.
Kind of thing, yeah.
Okay. Is there
Very nice.
fairground games at this festival sort of thing?
Well, you can see there's a few stalls being put up. Yeah. You can't see what yet 'cause it's still early doors.
And the ritual takes place tonight.
Tonight, yes.
One more day.
Well, have we got any reason to stay for the festival?
Pretty cool. I've never been to a festival of the tree.
What say you, Druid? Something
I was
that
gonna
may
say, the
benefit
druids
you?
may be very interested in a festival of the tree.
I'm quite intrigued. I think we should stick around for it.
I
Okay,
second that.
I'll if that's what you guys think, then yeah, let's have another day. Rest a bit more.
Well,
Get us all
well, I want
ready.
breakfast. There's Thunder, and he's
That's good.
he starts heading downstairs.
Yeah. Yeah,
While I'm
join it.
making still.
Yeah, he did dress himself before he went down there.
Right, yeah, he's finally got dressed.
Yeah, he did. He finally got dressed. Yeah, went downstairs, and just starts ordering certain varieties of food. This morning, there's let's say it's a pretty nice tavern, an inn rather, because it has rooms for you to stay in. Yeah, it's a fair size downstairs, but upstairs there's not many rooms for people to stay. But yeah, downstairs there's a couple of people in a corner, on different tables. They're just kind of slumped on the table, like that's just where they've slept. And yeah, just feel like that's just where they've slept, and they're not bothering anybody. They're just quietly just got their head on the table. And yeah, Jeff's not there, but the young lass who brought you the water last night is behind the bar instead.
Breakfast for who? Sorry, my dog's just joking on something.
Give him the crisp.
Hector, I'm going to wander into town, see if I can sell some of this old equipment. Care to join me?
Yes, I've got a bit of equipment to get rid of myself.
You guys not sticking around for breakfast?
After seeing the state of that so-called clean water to wash our clothes, I don't really fancy sampling the food. Plus, if the festival's starting, I'm sure I'll be able to pick something up on the way.
Ooh, festival breakfast. I like your
Festival
style.
food. Yeah, special festival breakfast. Love it.
All right.
Yep. Well,
Just having flashbacks to festival food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm just thinking.
Like, oh, give me a minute.
Don't know what that means.
Sweaty burger van next to the toilets.
Yeah.
I was hoping to pick up a magic brownie, actually. Never mind a sweaty burger.
Wrong
It's the sort
district.
of festival food I remember. At a Mars bar, and then half an hour later, sitting there just staring at a tree.
Brilliant. So, but yeah, so where are you heading out to? Yeah.
We may as well all stick together. So, if you, I know where there's places we can.
You know of
shop or blacksmith.
You know of one kind of blacksmith in the Six Houses district and one in Gendal Camp. But you don't know a lot of central Angel Run as well, because you're more wherever you've been stationed kind of locations.
Shall we just have a wander into where the festival's happening and just ask around? Because if there's a festival going on, there might be travelling salesmen. Might be able to pick something up, as you know, if we can sell some gear. But if there's a stall that's selling some funky shit, we might be able to pick something up.
Right. Yeah. Just for reference, I'll put image of Angel Run up for everybody. There we go.
Hey.
I believe everybody's got their own digital copies of the map of Angel Run.
Yeah.
Yeah, you provided me, actually. I do.
We're heading into the Six Houses district, is it, that we're...
Well, you are just north of the Moonside.
Oh, we are.
You're only a 5 minutes walk from the bridge that leads over into Six Houses.
That's where the majority of the festival is happening.
It's pretty much citywide, but the closer you get to Six Houses, the more involved it is. Yes, and during this time, there's a lot of people that come up from Lowfields to come into the inner city to kind of enjoy it a bit more.
That's cool. So could we take a alternative route than we have done, just to sort of maybe see if we come across
Yeah, of course.
blacksmith or store might want to buy our wares?
I know of obviously not the blacksmith in the Six Houses district. We could venture that way and see what we see on the way.
As well, head in that direction.
Okay. So yeah, the ton, excuse me, is on one of the main streets that leads through Fair Oaks, and so you can take kind of a bit more of a roundabout route if you head kind of away from Six Houses initially, and kind of loop around one of the it's not necessarily a side street. It's not a back street. It's just not the main street through Fair Oaks.
I also wanted to keep my eye out for a library.
Library.
Yeah.
As you kind of mentioned this, both Meridian and Cadell know of a library in the Six Houses district.
Yeah, if you wanted to see the library, there's one on the way.
Well,
There's one.
I was curious to see if there was any knowledge of, the pattern that's emblazoned on the shield, and if there's anything in history books about the guy that I saw in my vision. Maybe I'd like to know who he was. I'm sure you guys would like.
What was on your shield? I can't even remember.
The
chalice on the back of this cloak, wasn't there? What was?
It was like a blazing sun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a sun in the middle with like sort of
like sunbeams coming off it, like
yeah.
Well, actually, what was your shield? What was it called?
The Shield of Odin.
Oder.
Shield of Odin.
Odin.
Oh,
Oder.
No,
it's O-D-U-R. There's no N involved.
I was going to say, it wasn't the Shield of Odin earlier.
No.
It was a shield.
But you don't.
Bad odor.
But you don't know what it's called. It's just only you know what it's called because it's in your inventory on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
But your character doesn't know what it's called.
I was gonna say it does stuff, but me myself wouldn't I wouldn't know how to activate this stuff.
Well, as you've kind of spent time with it and you've had it on your arm and you've become attuned to it just as much it has become attuned to you. So as you've attuned yourself to it, the knowledge of how to use it is almost instinctual.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Magical, isn't it?
I thought I'd have to learn how to use it, but cool.
I have written the words down somewhere.
Oh, belter.
I will send them to you.
Yeah.
I've written them down somewhere. I don't expect you'll need them today.
Is it in Latin?
What's its special property like?
You'll have to wait.
Yeah, you'll find out.
You'll have to wait and see. You all head out of the ton, turn away from the centre of the city, and as you can see around you, it's still fairly early. There's a number of people with stalls setting up. There's still people kind of on some ladders putting up bunting around the street. Just kind of gently, steadily setting up. But there's some people a little bit more set up than others who got there a little bit early. There's some people who are kind of stoking some fires, like a mobile little kitchen that they're setting up. Because I say in most places just haven't set up yet. There's people sitting out some cloths. There's some people with kind of like some tabards or sashes with like trees on them. There's lots of everything's with like trees. there's some people who are clearly just come from a bakery, setting out like cookies basically, but all in the shapes of trees and things, and or they've got all sorts of things.
Cookies for breakfast. That's a naughty idea.
I'm looking around, look like leading a bunch of children with me. Go get a cookie.
All right, it's silver each.
Silver each. That's a steal of death. Cool. Yeah. I'll take 2.
Go on,
Two.
2 of them.
Marvelous.
I'll have a cookie.
There you go. She hasn't even finished putting them all out yet. She's like, "Yeah, great. Here you go. Take."
Oh yeah, is it 10 silver to a gold?
Yeah.
Or is it?
No,
It's
10
silver to a gold.
10 silver.
10 silver to 1 gold. And how much was the cookie?
1 silver.
1.
Silver. Okay.
Where's my D&D crashed? Come on.
Yeah, and then as you're kind of sorting things out, she's putting more things out. Like she's putting some breads out and putting some more kind of sweet rolls out.
I've gone too early on a cookie here. Gone too early on.
You just saw the first thing she put out and you went, yes. And it's like, okay, and she's got other stuff. She's putting out.
I was hungry.
Yeah.
Jump the gun. There we go. Anyway.
All right.
I'll vote.
Do a weaponsmith person place.
So yeah, you carry on walking them.
Right.
Down the street. You head onto one of these side streets. And you can actually hear the distant clatter of metal. Ting ting, ting ting. And
I'm running down where you are.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. It's absolutely
silent then. At least it's not in Angel Run. It's fine. It is dry. It is a nice day. And yeah, you can hear the hammer of metal. And you head down this kind of side street. You can see that some people are setting up a few kind of games here and there, but you think that it's not the main thing. The main event is all in 6 houses. But then you hear they say that clang of metal, which is again just down another side street. So you head down, and then you find a blacksmith hard at work.
Cool.
Hammering away on or what is effectively just some shears, basically. They're just kind of forging out some shears for somebody, and then kind of puts it in a bucket, and I thought, great, puts it to one side to come back to later. It's like, hi, how are you?
Well met, sir.
Well met on this glorious festival of the Tree Day.
Yes, it's my first festival I've experienced.
Oh, you're
Wonderful.
more than welcome. Now, what can I do you for?
We have some wares to you may be interested in.
For me,
I'll show him the I'll show him the mass spare shield and the 2 hand axes that I've got. See if they'd be. Would you be interested in purchasing these?
He looking over your shield, is that well dinted?
It's seen some action.
I can see.
Haven't we all?
But tell it's also been well made.
Served me well. As you can see, I am still standing.
How much longer is it going to serve you if you're getting rid of it?
Well, I seem to have acquired this fine item. And I'll show him the shield. It's the
Now
Odin.
that and
Oda.
he reaches out to try and take it. Are you
Mm.
letting him?
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep a watchful eye on him.
Yeah, he kind of grabs it like looking over it. It's like, now this is some craftsmanship.
Do you recognise the symbol of it, the craftsmanship? I've never seen anything like it.
He takes a little hammer and just starts just at the edges, just going toon 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 toon, and just like, nothing that I could craft this, nor do I know anybody who could.
Mm.
I wouldn't even know where to begin with that.
Okay.
And gives it you back.
Yeah. But what of the hand axes and the shield?
Hand axes. He reaches back, just kind of walks over a little way, pulls back a curtain, and you see a rack full of hand axes. And it's like,
Yeah, like those hand axes.
I can churn these out all day long.
Mm.
Not
Okay,
going to
so
get much for those, I'm afraid.
What about the shield?
Your shield, well, give you 5 silver for it.
5 silver.
Something well worn as this one, someone can just buy something new. We don't get much. We don't get much call for adventurers through here.
That's fair. Okay.
Military types have their own blacksmiths.
Tell you what, I'll give you both hand axes and a shield. You give me a gold. $1 a day.
Make a persuasion.
Oh, it's not plus. No, it's a 5, and I'm guessing I do not have a lot plus to it. Persuasion, yeah, nothing. No, yeah, so 5.
As much as I appreciate you trying, no interested in the axes at all. It's 5 silver for the shield. That's what I'm offering.
Yeah, 5. Yeah. Sure.
Right, just meta it, 'cause I can't find it. I'm wondering. I can't. It's versatile on a weapon.
On what weapon? Sorry.
Well, I've got on my weapon.
Yep.
I've got properties versatile.
Yeah, versatile. Versatile means you can use it one or two-handed. If you use it one-handed, it's 1d8 damage. If you use it two-handed, it's 1d10 damage.
Yeah, it'll have 2 options on D&D Beyond. So you'll
Yes,
have
that's
like
what I'm trying to find out what the hell it is. I didn't,
yeah.
So I'm just what the fuck is that?
But if you're dual wielding, you wouldn't be able to use the versatile.
No.
Yeah. Same with me with the spear, because the spear's like 1d6 and then 1d8 versatile, but because I'm using a shield, I won't be able to versatile.
I'm just trying to decide whether I'm ever going to use glaive ever.
Yeah.
Two-handed weapon. I'm just like, am I ever going to use it? I've got a long sword that I can use as a one-handed weapon because I'm massive, and I've got a hand axe. So it's like, am I ever actually going to use my glaive? Nah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I was just
Right.
back to game. I was just merry. Sorry.
Pleasure doing business.
Aye. Enjoy the rest of the festival.
I will. I'm only going to be here half the day myself. I'm going to pack up and go enjoy.
Just out of interest, my good fellow. What could you offer me for a glaive? Well, back and join the condition.
I'm not the right man for this. as much
Well
as I've said to your friend here, don't get much call for people wanting weapons. Now, if you made your way down to the camp,
Ah, yeah, you've got a point there.
you'd find someone interested there, I'm sure.
Go see me old military mate. In fact, yeah, I do know a blacksmith down there. I'll go and speak to him. I've dealt with him before.
I just wouldn't be able to shift it.
What would you guess it's worth? From a merchant's point of view.
He would have to look it up.
Well, it's worth 20 gold, obviously.
Yeah, that's 20 gold, brand new.
New, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
straight from the shop. So, if you know this blacksmith, if you know this blacksmith, maybe get 5 gold if you can sweet talk him.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know.
Don't accept anything less than 3.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. So,
one of my new cantrips is mending.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to use that on this scimitar to improve its quality, or is that purely for an actual?
This actual break, if it snapped, you'd be able to get it back together again.
Okie dokie. Right, well, I'm going to hold on to mine until we go and see Cadell's friend, because it was probably going to get me.
We'll probably do that.
Actually, blacksmith. Any chance you've got anything here broken that sure I might be able to repair for a small fee?
It's my job to do the repairing around here. I've got nothing on at the moment.
Bollocks to you then. I'd save you some time. Fuck it. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Right, shall we go and see Cadell's blacksmith friend at the camp?
Yeah, I said there and then head into the festival.
Let's move on. Yeah, let's get going.
So then you headed down to Dengol camp first, then. Okay. So you head then a bit further towards Events Ferry. That's the district, the Events Ferry district, and, crossing over the bridge there towards the gate towards Dengol camp, the gate in the wall where you passed through before in a rush towards to rescue Thunder.
Gills. Yeah. That's what the Gills are. Oh, we don't see that major again.
And you're walking up to the gates again. It is well guarded. And
just give it a little salute.
They're like, "Whoa, where are you going? What's your business here?" It's another captain. It's a different captain, but you think there's always a captain on this gate.
We're just heading through to the festival.
Festival's not down here. Festival's back that way. This is the gate down to Dengol camp. You said you wanted to go down to Dengol camp. This is the military base.
Oh, sorry. Right. Yeah, sorry. Right. I'm heading through to the blacksmith. I've got some gear that might need fixing. This is my party. We're on a mission for the Veritas Sanctus. And before we leave, I want to make sure we're all in good fettle and all the weapons are in good fettle.
And he looks over. It's like, you may be. Rest of you, no. Especially not that one. Points to Thunder.
Everyone hates thunder.
All right, in that case, I'll hand you my hand axes and say, get whatever you can for these.
Okay. So yeah, I'll roll in then. I'll take my
Right.
bike and stay here.
Yes.
I'll.
Fine then. Yeah, it's you.
Didn't Brittany have something for me that you might want me to sell?
Meridian, did you have anything you want him to sell?
Yeah. But I'm going to lean right in close to this captain, right in his face, and say, I appreciate you've got a job to do, but so have we. Sanctus Veritas entrusted an exceedingly difficult task to us. I'm not willing to do such with broken weapons and broken equipment. I suggest you stand aside.
Make an intimidation.
Hey, good thinking. I will
Right.
intimidate the guy.
Oh yeah. So what? So I rolled second D.
No, it's just a straight roll.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
It's a D20.
Yeah.
It's only a 4, but I've got a +5 on intimidation, so it's a 9.
So he looks at you, looks you up and down, then looks at your staff. It's like, seems to me like you don't need any other weapons.
You know nothing.
I know enough. I've fought alongside plenty of your type. Now back off.
Message received, Captain.
And so, yes, with tail between my legs, I'll just hand the scimitar over to Captain Cadell and just say, just get what you can for that.
Don't worry, I'll be back in a minute. You guys just wait here.
Yeah. Walk away from the captain a bit.
Yeah. You wander a little bit further away and wait because as close as you were, he was just him and the other guards are just straight on you.
I'd also, as I move away, like to attempt to subtly cast minor illusion to make it look like he's wet himself. just because I'm childish. Like to create a wet patch on his crutch as we leave.
All right. Yeah. All right. Sure. Yeah, you can. He doesn't feel anything. He doesn't.
But his mates will
doesn't.
see it.
Yeah, he might. They might do. You can tell that some of the other guards have kind of noticed, and they're kind of nudging each other and like. But they don't say anything to him.
Right, it's fine.
Yeah.
Taking that as a moral win.
Yeah, they've not said anything that they've noticed. Yeah. So fine. Yeah, Cadell.
Back in a minute, guys.
They let Cadell through. Again, you head down the fairly narrow path with the steep drop on one side, the path that leads close down to the walls. You head down into Dengal camp. You head in, and then you know where you're going. You've been there plenty. You only get to the bottom. Yeah, you can turn off. You know exactly where the blacksmith is. You can go and find him. And so, what exactly were you trying to sell there? You were trying to sell. Not by name, you don't. But you know where it was. You've more of a working relationship that you just turn up. If you were ordered to deliver stuff, you just deliver stuff with the order, and that was it. It's not set up to be a shop as such. It's functional, and it's all kind of indoors, behind locked doors type thing.
Oh,
But still,
Green.
yeah, they would still. He's
so, I've sorry, continue.
that's all right. Yeah, he kind of sees you. Ah, all right.
Ah, you're all right, man. Got a couple of items on me. I just thought you might want to take off my hands. I've got a couple of hand axes here and scimitar, and I've also got a glaive here as well that don't really need at the minute.
He has a look
Any
at the glaive.
offers?
It's like military issue glaive.
Yep.
Might even been one of mine.
Yeah. Well,
You've hardly used it. Not happy with it.
well, I'm going to unsheathe my longsword and say, well, I've got this to play with now. I don't really have much use for the glaive.
Fair do. Limited functionality. Not many people like them, to be honest. Yeah. And saying that. No, I might take a couple of gold of it for you.
Oh, yeah. It's never going to get used. It's just weighing me down. I'll.
But I don't accept the lesson.
But you're not
Yeah, you do.
there.
Yeah, I can't really say that now, can I? I've just fucking accepted it. It's canon now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and he's taking it from me. So that's great, and he just leans it up in one corner. And you say there's a few things.
I've got this scimitar.
He takes that. It's like,
What can you give us for it?
what a piece of shit this is. Which poor bastard did you take this off? I don't want to know. I don't know. 2 silver?
It's like selling stuff for cash converters.
Any better price? Surely, I mean, the 25 gold brand. I'm sure once you clean it up and a bit of repair, and you
Clean
can
this
give
up?
it silver.
I'd need to strip all the rust off. I'd need to shear it off, re-smelt it, reforge it. I may as well just made another one.
Oh, can you melt it down? Use the steel. It's worth
Exactly.
more than
I still have to sand all the rust off it.
All right, just give it 2 bloody something. Jesus.
Cover me cookies.
Yeah, cover your cookies. I've got a couple of hand axes. What can you give us for a couple of hand axes?
Civilian.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. 5 silver a piece for these. They're in good nick. They're decent, well made.
Oh, yeah. I'll take the 10 silver. That's gold, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you want it all bundling up into a gold, I'd happily do that. He hands you
gold.
3 gold and a couple of silver.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Is that it?
I will. That's all I've got at the minute. Aye, cheers.
Aye, keep you well.
Look after yourself. I'll see you again. Sure.
Yep. So then, you being
I
done.
will plod on back towards Arte.
Yeah, you head again back up, and about maybe half an hour's gone by, and gates open up again, and you guys from further down the street can see Cadell marching back in, visibly lighter from not having the glaive on his back, and sees you. You go and meet colleagues.
Awesome. bad news for him. He'd only give us 2 silver for that wreck thing, but here you go.
Fine. Okay.
And a little bit better news. Better news for you. He gave me a gold for 2-hand axes. So.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Gold. I don't know why I added them to my account. I should have just removed.
Yeah, that's just wasteful.
Again, point. There we go.
Oh, positively rich. 3 gold.
Ah, just wait till you get paid from the from the main contract.
God, yeah, we'll have. Yeah,
Okay,
like a year's time.
Whereas the equivalent of 500 gold each. That's potentially on offer for you.
All right, let's should we head to the festival? Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so okay, you
Rain.
about face, head further in towards the centre of Six Houses. By this point, in the Six Houses district, there's pretty much everywhere set up. There's a little bit more festivities going on here. There's lots of there's stalls, there's games, and the closer you get to the high green, the more and more things there are. The high green is where it's happening. And
that was like the park up to the Sarah fire, isn't it?
that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
So yes, you get up to where the high green is, and there are stalls everywhere. There's banners and bunting between trees in the high green. There's certain kind of more grassy areas which have stalls on or games that are on the go. It's on what you want to check out.
What's this?
Do you say this games on the go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think we should be gambling the last time?
As well?
Do you think you should be gambling after last time?
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna turn this losing streak around.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go check out the games. What are the games?
Right, there is there's one which is kind of a test of throwing. Basically, you get a stone, and then there's kind of a bit of a track that's marked out, and another mark on the floor, and you can see people are actually actively playing. There's somebody stood behind the first mark, and they're trying to throw their stone into the marked area at the far end. And it's a reasonable way. It's like 15 feet.
Cool.
How big are these stones? Are they light or are they big?
They're fairly light. I mean, it's not like you need to be Cadell to be able to throw them. It's designed for everybody to be able to have fun and take part. They're fairly small.
Okay.
Should we all have a go? Let's all go.
Yeah, I'll give you a little nudge intro. Go on then. Let's have a go.
Excuse me, sir.
What's
How much for 4 goes at your
Silver ago, please come on in. Come on.
silver ago? A silver ago. This one's on me, guys.
Hey.
And well, yeah, and there's Thunder there as well, who's
Is he having? Yeah.
we'll ignore Thunder
Doesn't
Alright.
want to
because
play.
he's not
probably-
here.
Okay.
Corner having a little. play
I
with
tell you what, he could
with
just.
his,
He's just there playing his loot.
In fact, yeah,
Away.
he starts playing. In fact, and he starts drawing a bit of attention, and yeah, he's walking around, and every now and again, just like pulling a little bit of a bag and just putting it out in front of him and playing, and people are just kind of throwing a few coin in here and there.
Thunder's busking. Yep.
But,
He'll be over the moon
Thunder's
when he
just
comes
busking.
back. Next
Yeah.
session, he'll be like, "Oh, you've got loads of money." The tiny
He's already
penis.
got loads of money. I think he's the richest outpost.
Well, yeah, so yeah, he's busking, and some people are throwing money in, and sometimes he's got a bit of a bag out in front of him, and Yeah, and actively
Get his
busking
bag out
for
for
money,
most
or
of this
sometimes
instead.
he's just wandering around and just loving the attention of having a festival spirit, and he's really enjoying himself and having a good time. Too much having a good time to actually pay attention to playing some games.
Cool.
So yeah,
Let's have a,
by all
let's have a
means,
do of
step
this
up
game.
behind the line, throw, get it in the centre. You get an extra. You get 2 silver back for getting it in the middle. Get it on
Okay.
the outer ring, you get your money back.
Okay, Meridian, you show us how it's done.
Oh yeah, fucking right. Where my rolls have been going. Right.
A straight dexterity roll, please.
A straight dexterity.
What's my dexterity?
Is that under abilities?
It is.
Dexterity is a +0. Oh, great. Do you know what? I'm not going to use that dice. Because I'm going to choose a different D20. That one's jinxed.
Sorry.
It's a natural 20.
Meridian, easy as anything, just
Show
goes.
us how it's done.
Yeah, sure, all right, and just
been using the wrong dice, clearly.
almost nonchalantly, just goes, whoop, and it goes dead center. Marvelous, well done, good man. Here's your have your money as promised.
I didn't even cheat. Get in.
And he kind of
I'll
looks
give
at you
that-
quizzically as you kind of mention this and what. It's like, I should hope not.
I didn't even check. Cool. Alright.
Right, come on in, gents. Catch that.
Go on, Hector, you're up.
Look
I'll
how
step up.
easy it was. Come on.
Looks like I breathe. Oh, what is that? Oh, where's it? That's so 6 plus 7. 6 plus 1 is 7.
Yeah, yours falls well short.
Meridian, how did you make it look so easy? That was not
Rolled a
easy.
20.
Unlucky, good sir. Not all about the strength, though, hey?
Evidently not.
Toss it, mate.
Yes, we've got a free go.
Okay.
So D20. You've got
Ah, fair lady, gonna have your turn.
+1.
19 plus 1, 20.
Oh, nice.
Again, you kind of throw it a bit more effort into it, and yeah, again, it goes into the centre ring. Not quite as dead centre as Meridian's was, but it's in there. It's like, well done.
I'm just gonna hide my shame
And you-
behind my shield.
And he gives you 2 silver.
How do you do that? Last but not least, let's have a little throw. I've got +1 as well, and it's 3 plus 1.
You get this stone and then throw it, and with your immense amount of strength, throw it way too far and almost hit some people stood beyond the actual target, and they're like, everybody whoa, dodges out of the way. It's like, careful there, big fellow. Oh, clearly the military are doing well on the muscles, eh? Need to work on your aim. But step right up, everybody, step right up. And he carries on, turning his attention to everybody else who's paying customers.
What other games do we see? Is there any other games?
Yeah, there's plenty. There's there's some archery targets set out in a field. I say field, in a clearing. There's some people, one that looks like a few military types just having arm wrestles with people on a stall.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Some arm wrestling.
I'm in for an arm wrestle.
All right.
I'll give this one a miss.
The arm wrestling.
Captain. yeah, this chap's. There's a sergeant on there, but he's a massive fella, similar kind of size to Cadell. And yes, Captain.
I'm gonna. Now then, Sergeant.
Bear to give it a try. Friendly, eh?
I'll give you.
I could tell.
What we wagering?
No wagers here, it's all for pride.
Nah.
Nah.
You can do it a little.
And what it sounds like for you, eh? Gold.
All right, I'm in for a goal.
And yeah, he was leaning in, kind of whispering this to him, and none of the rest of you heard it, unless you want to make a perception roll. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So he sits down, gets ready.
And I've got +4.
But yeah, it's a straight strength.
14 in total. Yeah, 14 in total.
He, as soon as you start, he's well practiced at this. He's like, I'll go straight down, and he's getting the lead on you straight away. Make another roll.
I'll start chanting Cadell, 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 Cadell.
Natural 1.
And then he's like, and gets you right close, and you're just about to getting close to losing when roll again.
Oh, give me a bloody hell.
He's drawing this one out.
21 total.
Yeah, but he's like, you were getting close to going out, and then you muster some strength up that vein on the side of your head, which everybody's well known in seeing now. So you start getting some space back again.
The one
Oh,
that's
we're really
over.
good for you.
He's playing some ACDC.
15.
Yeah, and then
15 total.
you push him back again a bit further, back up towards the middle.
Come on, Cadell.
Yeah, and then he starts pushing back again. Oh, it's getting tense, this one.
Been on for a while here. 17.
How many, sorry?
17 total.
Yep, again, you push him back up to the middle again. Make a constitution.
Constitution.
Yeah.
I believe I've got +2. Constitution, yes, I've got +2. That'd be a 19.
That's fine, yeah. As much as this is an arm wrestle going on for some time, your muscles are well used to such kind of adversity, and it's not wearing you down as much at the moment. So roll strength again.
Fucking hell. I'm going for it.
Yeah.
21 again in total.
Yeah. Again, pushes you back up to the middle again. Strength again. Yeah. This is going on some time. Yeah.
22.
And you will start pushing him back. He's, for the first time this arm wrestle, he's on the back foot.
Come on, Cadell.
9.
That pushes him. You back up to the middle again. Oh. Ooh. Go on, another one.
15.
Yeah, you start winning and back again. Roll a constitution check again.
Us next week to see who wins the arm wrestle.
Ages. 20 plus 18 plus 2, so 20.
Yeah, so it's not affecting you in the slightest, but you can tell the look on this sergeant. He's getting tired now. Right, so roll another strength.
6.
Oh yeah, you were even with that roll, you're pushing him back.
With a 6, shit. He
Yeah,
must have
and yeah, well
Knackered.
he's now rolling with a disadvantage because he's failed his Constitution.
Ah.
But yeah, you're getting close to beating him.
a 9.
Yeah, but even still, he draws it back again.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. This is why he's here for entertainment.
Indeed.
And you're getting a crowd round now, and everyone going, "Oh yeah, come on!" And
19.
yeah, you push him back down again, close to being finished.
Come on, Cadell, come on. This is the
Last
most
one.
tense imaginary
Go on.
bloody...
A
How
9.
much?
Too much.
A 9.
9.
Again, he starts pushing back, but again, this time make a Constitution.
6 plus an 8.
Right. Well,
It's a 9.
No,
regardless.
it's a 6 because the dot's at the top.
Regardless of your roles, he just gets so tired that his arm just gives out and he goes out and he loses.
Yes.
Failed his second Constitution roll.
I should have thought I could have raged.
You
Rage
rage
arm
and
wrestle.
arm wrestle.
Could have.
I,
Don't know how much that would have helped you.
I was thinking you should have raged. I was like,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I only
You
got
get-
one right there.
you get advantage on strength checks,
On
right?
strength checks, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
You won anyway.
Benefit and strength check saving throws. Yeah.
And he then is like, oh, holding his arm a bit. It's like, oof. And stands up and goes to shake your hand. And as you're shaking his hand, you can feel the coin in his hand that he's slipping you a gold. And it gives you that knowing look as he shakes your hand.
Respect. But you don't get many people that beat you.
That I don't. Said your name was Cadell,
would-
yeah?
It was What was your answer?
Jeffrey. There's lots of Jeffs.
Another Jeff.
Just because
put you on.
I'd not even thought about it, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all Jeffs. Everybody's a Jeff.
Power Jeff.
Yeah, they're all- Sergeant Jeffries.
Sergeant Jeffries.
Well, yeah, good one, Sergeant. That was right.
I think I might have heard of you, Captain. You served down at the outpost, haven't you? Mind you, most people have these days, but
Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago.
got yourself the name
Going back a few
Fearless.
years there, mate.
Yeah, you can tell he's not a fresh-faced sergeant. He's well into
he's
his
been around
30s
for a
as
while.
well. Yeah. Like, didn't you get the name Fearless?
Yeah. Fearless, yeah.
I've heard all about you.
Have you know?
I'll let people know. Cadell the Fearless. Good man. And he
I'll give him another hand.
shakes your hand. And yeah. And he then stops doing arm wrestles for a while he recovers.
Almost broken wrist that he's got.
Yeah. And at that point, shall we take a little break?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a piss.
Yep, I need another drink.
Mm.
So,
I thought
for
that
the
was-
viewers, thank
that was-
you for watching so far, but we'll be back in, what, should we just say 5 minutes? We don't need long, do we?
Yeah, that is right.
5 minutes. We'll be right back. Cool beans.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bish bash bosh. And we're back. So where you were was Cadell having an arm wrestle of the ages with Sergeant Jefferson. And
did we hear him recognise Cadell? Did we hear him call him the Fearless?
well, you make a perception roll. You can do.
4 plus. Oh, plus 0, so 14.
That was still enough to hear it. He wasn't trying to hide it. He was just trying. It's just hearing it over the other voices of the crowd who were talking to themselves. But yes, you did hear it.
Cool.
Yeah, so the festival continues. Thunder is happily playing the crowds. Playing his lute. At some point, he kind of sets up at the base of a tree, playing his lute, and he has his drum out, and he kind of half plays his lute and the drum at the same time, wowing crowds around him. And but then you hear a bell ringing, which draws some people's attentions, but not everybody, because it's a festival. It's a town crier who's ringing the bell. Like, and then he's kind of got a scroll out in front of him. He rings his bell a few times and then unscrolls. Like, loyal soldiers, apprehend Alzidoran spy. Children captured on near Alzidoran border. And then he moves on and does it again.
Thunder's not here, but he'd be interested in that.
Yeah. Loyal soldiers, capture Alzidoran spy. As he's kind of telling this to people, there's notably less people enjoying Thunder's music now. People are a bit more wary of him, giving him a bit more of a wide berth. But generally, there's still a great atmosphere going on.
Yeah, no spy.
Just out of interest, in the people that are watching Thunder, is there anyone there that looks like sort of dodgy, maybe giving Thunder a bit of a sort of bad luck or anything?
Make a perception roll.
Great. Oh, it's a 16. 16 plus 0.
You have a bit of a look round. There's a few people giving a bit of a funny look, but nothing sinister. It's just after hearing this.
Yeah. That's cool.
Well,
and you can.
Was there more games before we?
Yeah, there's like one stall that has kind of like hoops you need to throw around some like wooden pegs. But that one seems to have like a load of like toys and things for like as prizes.
Good stuff. You said there's some archery going on.
Yeah, there's
with the bow.
There is an archery, like the archery range. Yeah.
Oh, let's probably go with some archery.
Yeah, is archery.
As you kind of go up, there's kind of a board that's up, and it kind of like has times on it. So later on in the day, it says that there's a kind of like a demonstration, the archery demonstration, and then at other kind of times there's kind of like a come up and have a go type thing, but right now there is more of a competition thing on the go, but there is like an official tournament later on in the day. But now there is kind of a step up and see if you can hit the bullseye type tournament. And as you can see, as you come up, there are 3 targets. If I bring up my notes, so one is at 30 feet, one is at 100 feet, and the other is at 150 feet.
Okay. Good sir, can we have a go at this competition? This archery.
Certainly can. Come on up, see what you can do. We can win any of these prizes. And it shows you have like all of what he's got. He doesn't have much available there. He's got like toy bow there, or he's got like a wooden sword, or he's got like a bit like a teddy bear with a military uniform, much like Cadell's.
Hey, Cadell, it looks like you.
Hey. That's all.
Um,
Go on. I'll give it a crack. Why not? Oh, it'll be fun. What's the entry fee?
It'd be 5 silver.
I'll chuck in the 5 silver for everyone.
1 shot at each target.
Go on, let's all have a go. Go on. Move that from. That's 2 gold, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
She glazed
all right.
money gone down the shitter.
Maybe I'll just pay for me and Hector, since these 2 are not good with
I'm
the
gonna
boat.
say, don't waste your money on me.
Yeah, I'll just pay for me and Hector. I'll chuck in both, and I'll pay for me and
Fine.
Hector to have a try. Why not?
Fine. So yeah,
He's with the
All I ever
team.
had.
is
I want that to-
curiosity, is Cadell's proficient in all martial weapons, isn't he?
Yes, I believe he is.
Fair enough. There is a selection of bows and crossbows there to hand, and you can use whatever you want. There are longbows.
But I am proficient.
You are
What does it
proficient.
get me?
It means you can add your proficiency to your dexterity.
So what?
So you
Yeah,
know that the best choice for you would be picking up the longbow, and you'd be rolling a d20, add your dexterity plus your proficiency.
Yeah.
Not
Plus 3. So it's +2 +1. So +3.
So it'd be a +5 total then. No, I've got +1 dexterity, so it'll be
Yeah, +3. So it'd be like +2 proficiency +1 dexterity.
Oh, right, okay, right. Okay, so it'd be a
Plus your dice roll. Yeah.
Yeah, plus your dice roll.
+3 to my dice roll. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah,
after you,
grab the longbow,
after you, Captain.
hop her up and pick up the longbow and first shot at the. Are we having 1 shot at each target?
1 shot at each target. Hit all 3 and claim the prize.
Okay. So the first one, the closest one, which would be the
30 foot.
30 feet. Is that a disadvantage? Is that too close?
For a longbow, none of it's disadvantage.
All right, okay.
Like things like the
Only a 9. Only a 9 for the first target.
and you miss the first target.
Ah, bloody hell. That's no teddy bear.
Oh, unlucky. You still get a shot at any target you like. If you want to hit the first one, that's fine, but you just get 3 shots.
I will go for the middle one.
It's 100 feet.
Ooh, 18 plus 3, so 21.
Yeah, that one, you managed to get your iron on that one. Hits it. Oh, that was a much better shot. Getting your iron now. Last shot, sir.
The furthest away one, it's a longbow, it doesn't matter, does it?
No, for a longbow, it's just at the outside range for a longbow.
15 in total.
15. You fire at this one, and it arcs. It looks like it's going to be good, but then just drops short. It hits the bit of wood that's been set up, but not the target itself. Very close. Oh, good shot there, sir. Right. You, good sir, you said you were up next.
Okay. Alright, let's go for closest one.
Win me a teddy.
Closest one is a 17 plus 3.
Yeah. Easily straight into the bullseye of the 30-footer. Professional, eh? Is this, are you using your own bow as well? Do you say?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Had a bit of flavour. Oh god, that's 3. I'm gonna use. I don't even know if I'll do it. I'm gonna use precision attack. I'm gonna expend one of my combat superiority to roll a d8 and add it to the roll.
Okay. Is that on any attack?
When you make a weapon attack roll.
Oh yeah, great, fine. Yeah, go ahead.
And that's a 7. So 3 plus 6. So 13 in total. It's still quite low.
It's not too bad. For the middle target, it just hits the target. It hits it, but right on the outside edge.
Okay. Right. That's one. Then a foul one. 11 plus 3. I'm going to expend another one. That's 5. So plus 3. It's a 19.
Oh yeah.
19.
You get your iron. You're just about to loosen. You go, nope. Just adjust yourself, and then boom, you fire it, and then hits the target nicely. Like, well done, sir. Looked like you weren't going to get it for a moment. Claim your prize.
We go up against a red dragon before we rest next.
And
we
then,
lose.
out from the sky, then all of a sudden the shadow casts
for
upon
another night. So.
to be fair, I get my stuff back on a short rest, so I'm all right. So we're good on that. I'll take the Teddy.
Teddy, it's all yours.
I'm gonna call him Cadell.
He has a bit of a laugh, and he has
Captain Cuddells.
Captain Cuddells. There we go. I'll take
There you go. He has a bit of a laugh with you, even though he doesn't really get the joke. And yeah, again, you can then move on. In the meantime, Arabella and Meridian having a look at some of these other stalls. There's some stalls that's kind of bit of a first aid kind of location. That's just there just in case if anybody needs it. And there's some places that are kind of, let's say, selling clothes. It's still very fine clothes. You think that some of the shops have just all kind of closed their actual shop and kind of set out a stall instead. Or unless they've got the staff to do both, but you don't know. But yeah, there's all sorts. They say there's some kind of herbalists. There's some people with kind of baked goods. There's some people selling kind of fried goods. Some people roasting meat on a spit. There's all sorts going on. But yeah, you can spend the best part of the day here. But then as you kind of go on, you bump into Quentin.
Oh, nice.
It's like, oh, Arabella, everybody, oh, hi.
Hi.
I didn't know where everybody was. Thought you were coming back yesterday.
Sorry, Quentin. We got sidetracked and had to go into the catacombs and help one of Meridian's friends get rid of a few undead. There was a big
Your
reanimated mummy.
adventures get crazier to me by the day. The more you tell me stories of them. Oh, so
But we were just taking a day to rest before moving on.
What a day to do it! I'd never even dreamed of something like this. Not from our settlement. We couldn't dream of doing anything like this, pulling these kind of crowds. But by goodness, I did, however, found myself some work in the fields, down in the Lowfields district.
That's good, Quentin. That's good.
I did have to put your horses into a stable. I'm sorry, I couldn't just leave them there.
Oh no, that's fair enough. Quentin, we're planning to go down to it's the Deadlands, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're heading down to the Deadlands. So I'm guessing we're setting out tomorrow. We will try our best to return with your family.
Oh, please do. There's no good me going with you. As much as it pains me, I want to see my daughters returned. Please.
It's going to be dangerous. It's going to be dangerous, and we have to. We've got another quest we have to undertake, but getting your family back and Arabella's. That's one of our priorities.
Thank you, good man. Arabella, I know I'm asking a lot to put on your shoulders too, but I know you can take care of yourself, but I'd only be a burden to you. Oh, thank you all.
Keep
Thank
yourself occupied.
Oh, yes, there's more than enough work for somebody who's skilled in the fields. And, you enjoyed the festival so far?
Quite.
Through a rock.
I had to go at that myself. I didn't get very far. Not like I've got much money to my name, though, mind. But enjoying everything nonetheless.
Have we seen any signs for a drinking contest? I do believe a festival would not be complete.
Not as you've seen so far.
Then let's start one.
Yeah, I mean, by all means you can. There's plenty of places selling booze. There's some kind of like places set up that are just kind of have some kind of barrels that are tapped that they've kind of set up. Some places have more of like a metal canister with a heating, more like a bit like a mulled wine.
Nice. Okay, Quentin. Well, I suggest we go drink and get merry.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And we drink and we get merry.
Excellent. Excuse me. So you you find your way to one of these makeshift bars that are set up. There's one bar as you kind of make your way in, which you can see where this tree is, where the festival takes place. They've put a bit of a cordon around it with a bit of space, so nobody's allowed beyond it, and there's a few guards surrounding it. And but just a bit back from the cordon is a bar within the wood itself. So it's kind of set up between trees, and yeah, it's plenty of different beers and meads.
Get some mead.
Okie dokie.
Good old mead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine. That is for a mead. It's so what, 3 silver.
A round of mead for our compatriots. Good
Okay.
sir.
So expensive. That
That
shit.
is some expensive made, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that's 18 silver in all.
How
Everybody-
much is that? I'm trying to work out, can I afford to get for these? Yeah,
I'll
I
check
can.
it.
It's or
I'll-
1 gold and 8 silver, however you want to kind of mix it up.
I'll just flick a gold over to Hector.
Okay, I'll drop the. Yeah, I'll drop another gold.
Whilst you're
throw you
kind of
2
trying to
silver
figure
back.
it out, you can see Thunder trying his best to persuade the next barman down to get his drinks for free, and they're not having it.
Yeah.
Come on, little man, give me free drink.
Yeah, I play music. Did you get drinks for free? Like, no,
I see
there's
he made some
lots
money
of
during this.
entertainers.
I see he made some money during this barding session. Could chip in, you know.
I should get it for free. I'm providing entertainment.
Shimmy card roller.
Again, isn't
But yeah, then you pass him a mead, and like, what drink is this?
You'll like it, Thunder. It's right up your street.
Very sweet. Yeah, and necks it, and then carries on going. Just milling amongst the crowds and playing, drumming up more crowds and everybody enjoying themselves as much as he can, because again everybody's being very rather cautious of him. Yeah, you if you like, you can spend the best part of your day here, if you want to try and drum up a drinking competition. There's not one organised.
Well, I feel like a festival has to have a drinking competition.
Yeah.
We could talk to the barman and see if he thinks it's a good idea. I'll if anyone could drink this guy under the table, you know, we could do some sort of.
Are we gesturing to Thunder at that point?
No, I was actually just with Hector.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Sorry, on my screen he's there, so I'm just.
It could have been anybody to me. Yeah, fine.
Yeah. On the actual stream, it's there.
Yeah, he's you're there. He's like over here somewhere. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah. So are you going to talk to the barkeep?
A negotiation about some sort of competition. We could get a little sign up going if anyone.
All right. Well, if you
wouldn't-
two are wanting to go talk to him, then you can either both make a persuasion or make one person make it with advantage.
What is my persuasion? I think it's pretty good actually.
Mine is not.
Is it my intimidation that's been persuasion? My intimidation. Well, it's a +1. +1.
So yeah, make it with advantage.
15 + 1, 16. 17 + 1, 18.
All right. So he's there going, that's not a bad idea.
You provide the drinks, and we'll provide the entertainment.
They'll round up a lot of people. There'll be a lot of people buying drinks. Our good friend Thunder here can bring in a crowd, and I can see if anyone can drink our good friend Hector under the table, which means a lot of drinks will get sold. But provided to Hector,
Well,
should be coming to you.
I was thinking more of a group drinking contest.
Well,
all of us versus everybody else. And Tom has to play everybody else.
I have to play everybody else. I do that anyway. What are you on about?
He's got enough ice for it.
Yeah, well, I've got.
Probably 20s at once.
But no. So, tell you what I'll do. Drum up a bit of support. Maybe 5 gold entry fee each person. Then all the drinks they can actually down are on. And then whoever's still standing gets the pot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Minus 20%. Got some
maybe,
extra money.
Maybe 5 gold's a bit rich. Maybe 1 gold's the entry fee.
Not around here, it's not.
I can sub you, Hector, if you need a bit of help.
I might need a bit of help. Tell you what, seeing as it was our idea, how about you cover mine and my friends' entry fees?
And your friends.
Yeah.
That's a bit much. Maybe cover yours. If you're claiming to be this the drinking champion, as we'll drum it up.
That's how I'm known. Well, Hexer, the Iron Gut.
I like it. All right, I'll cover yours.
Deal.
All right. So yeah, so then he spends best part of what is now late morning into kind of early afternoon, like drumming up support, and tells all the rest of his kind of bar staff to keep advertising it to everybody who's coming and going.
We've got Thunder playing tunes and advertising as well.
Yeah, I will.
There you go.
Yeah, get Thunder to play any songs that he knows about drinking.
But most of which are in Alzadoran. But he translates them as best he can. But then sometimes you feel like the translation doesn't fit the rhythm of the song. It's like the meaning still gets across because he's good at both languages, but he's where it would have fit the tune.
Can I like makeshift some sort of like big sign that says like drinking competition, like 5 gold entry?
Yeah, I was going to say.
He did that anyway because he's got a bit of like a slate board to be able to write chalk on, so he rubs off some of his other advertisement that he had on there and writes his thing.
Hey Meridian.
He rubs off his.
Can you do that? Can you do that?
Oh, dancing lights around the sign.
Yeah, you do that, and you after.
In fact, dancing lights.
I was just going to say, can you not
I was thinking,
sign or something.
big neon drinking
Oh, no,
contest with
what I
arrows
can-
there.
I can do is, hang on, where are we? Dancing light. COVID. Also
Yes.
combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid sight. Right, so I can cast the 4 torch-sized lights, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs. I can also combine the 4 lights into one glowing form of medium size.
Okay.
So can I?
That could be a massive glowing.
Yeah. Can it be a sign or like a bottle of, like a bottle shaped?
Or a tankard.
Yeah,
Got
you
some
could do
Tankard,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'll let you do that. That's fine. Medium size, so that's about 5 foot.
5 foot tankard. Going tankard wobbling around in front of the sun. Yeah, massive fucking tankard.
Yeah, it's pretty hefty. Well, it's yeah, yeah, it's about 5 foot, so it's pretty big.
I've just got this image in my head now. Where we've got that plating treatment to all this brown foot in them. So, what about there's now this massive floating tank? It's just going
Yeah.
like.
and as you kind of do this and you're drumming up support, you see like a couple of people who seem already off the face, and they just kind of lose themselves in your glowing tankard. And yeah, and they're just quite happily just drummed up against a tree, just staring away into your tankard.
Sounded like a festival.
And so then you drum up plenty of support. Some people sign up, and in the meantime, he sets up another bit of a table. It's not a very big one, but he on the run up to it, they start pouring a load of drinks, start putting them all out on the table, and he says, "Take a seat."
Let's see.
I'm gonna give her a good pat on the back, like, "Come on, lad, do one for team here."
All right, and you
Hurry you back home. Right, find you somewhere to sleep.
Is nobody else joining? Is there anybody else?
if they want to pay the
Back up, mate.
5 gold, they can do. But you see, there's like 3 other people who join you for this drinking game.
So it's a potential 15 gold pot. Go on. I don't cover your fee, so it's a potential 20.
20 gold.
Hmm.
20 gold including his own, so it'd be a 15 gold profit if he, minus fees.
He's been covered.
Oh, his has been covered, yeah.
Yeah, it's for free, minus 20%.
So yeah, 15 minus 20%, so it's fine. So
Would you
anyway,
get shit faced for nothing.
12 gold.
What a good night.
This is a good deal here.
so yeah. So I
You
say
walk
he
out
was
like-
drumming up those support, and because it was advertised really well, there's a decent crowd formed for it. And yeah, you can't see much from where you're sat past people, loads of people, and
we paid him some money.
yeah. So he was there going, fine. It's all the same drink. A drink at a time. It's strong stuff. The strongest stuff I've got. Not many people can stomach many of these. So yeah.
It's like moonshine.
But it's like pint tankards as well. So it's
Bloody hell.
yeah. So it's like, all right, first drink, and down it, and a lot of the crowd's going chug 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 chug. Make a Constitution check, please. A Constitution saving throw, rather.
Saving throw. Oh. This is better news. This is better news. I rolled a 17 16 plus 4. So that's 21.
Yeah, very nice. After like you can tell as soon as you start tasting it, it is very strong stuff. It is like a grog, but it's very strong. It's proper like back alley grog type stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Brewed in a bathtub.
yeah, kind of thing. But made on an industrial scale. But yeah, so yeah, you're down in this, and a couple of people next to you manage it, but then one on the end starts it, and he goes, and he doesn't even quite get all the way down it, and he's spitting it back out into the thing, and he just has another go at finishing it, and he tries to get it down, and he just comes back up.
One guy down.
One guy down straight off the bat.
Nice.
And his dice gets relegated. There you go. Yeah. Round 2.
Come on.
Come on.
The 16 plus 4, so 20.
You don't have a problem. Again, with the guy next to you struggling to get it down him. But
come on, soft ass. Get it down.
At which point he gives you a bit of a sideward glance and finishes it and puts it down on the table. He has to do a hard swallow afterwards, though, and guy other side of him manages it. Right, round 3.
This is 2 plus 4, so 6.
6. You get in so far down it, and you're struggling. It's like your throat's just kind of almost rejecting it as you're trying to get it down. You make a second one.
11 plus 4, so 15.
Yeah, you do okay. You struggled with it, but you managed to just get it down. Yeah, and same with the chap next to you. He was struggling to get that down, but the guy who struggled previously, he did not too bad on that one. So it's at round 4 now.
Oh, I think this.
17 again. So 17 plus 4 for 21.
Yeah. You and the guys next to you, all do okay. But yeah, without drinking anything, make another Constitution saving throw.
So 14 plus 4. So 18.
18, fair enough. But as you say, it's very strong and.
Starting to feel it.
Yeah, you're starting to feel it a little bit. Guy next to you doesn't seem phased, but one opposite is swaying where he's sat. Like this is like, yeah, he's looking like he's struggling, but he's sat there, but he's really struggling with it. Yeah, right. Take your next drink. Round 5.
Oh. So 1.
No.
Ooh, but thankfully there's no critical fails. So yeah, you struggle just at the kind of smell of it as it approaches your mouth. You're like, so make another one.
Oh, it's an 18 plus 4.
Yeah,
22.
you just steel yourself for a moment, and then manage to get it down. Yeah, again, chap next to you. No problem. He's doing all right. Guy who was swaying is just like he picks it up, starts drinking it, and then just chunders everywhere. To the point where a few of the extra cups in front of you that still haven't been drunk yet get a bit of a splatter, and they're like, oh, and the barman just kind of moves them to one side for you. It's like. And kind of knocks him off the chair, lets him slump over to one side.
Step over and pick him up and carry him off.
Yeah, you start carrying him off, and some of the people who were helping, you saw was on that first aid stall, and they help him out.
So 1-on-1.
Yeah, 1-on-1 now. I'll
Round
relegate that
6.
dice into the correct section. There we go. Round 6.
Come on, Hector.
What's a 2 again? 36.
Again, you're struggling. Make your second roll.
Come on.
Was it 19 to 23?
Ooh, yeah. So yeah, you two both manage it. You were struggling a bit. He's looking at you like, yeah. He's you can tell he's feeling it a bit, but he's properly enjoying himself. Make without drinking anything another Constitution saving throw.
What's a 19 again? 23.
Yeah, again, you're feeling it all the more now, but not affecting you too badly. It's like your lips are starting to go numb a bit, and you can feel the tingle in the end of your fingers. But it's yeah, you don't know what you're going to be when you stand up, but that's another matter for an issue for later on. And the guy next to you seems fine as well. So yeah, round was it 7?
Yeah.
Round 7.
It's a natural 20.
Oh yeah, you were just like after him kind of laughing at you, just like just down it straight down. And you see him. He starts drinking and looks how easily you drink it down and tries to match you and splutters a bit with it, and then steadies himself and finishes it. Round 8.
It's a 14 plus 4, so 18.
Yeah, again, you're both matching each other, chug for chug. Round 9.
9. You're going to be alcohol.
Same again, 14 plus 4, so 18.
He was struggling. He struggles with it, and then just doesn't finish it. He doesn't chunder everywhere. He puts it down and puts his hand up like, no more.
Come on, Hector.
And I go to stand up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't do so well standing up. Make another Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage. So first one was a 19, second one was a 5 plus 4, so 9.
You don't stand up. You go to stand up and your legs are not responding. They just kind of wobble a bit and then you fall over. The guy who you were drinking with at the end there, he knows well enough not to get up. He just kind of slumps on the table where he is, just like, no, leave me alone.
Very pale.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll it into position so it doesn't.
At which point, no, that barkeep was like, we have a winner. Looking down at Hector.
I'm the winner.
Yeah, and
yeah, I am good.
Yeah, Hector Irongut is the winner. Everybody's going ooh at the sight of the state of everybody else. And then he turns to Cadell and was like, I'd rather not give this to him. He's in a bit of a state. I assume you're compadres. And gives you his winnings of 12 gold.
12
gold.
Yeah.
I said I was rolling in it and 3 gold. That's
yeah.
Oh, you're richer than me now.
You're staking. You're gambling in the rich side of town now.
Oh yeah.
Rather than trying to remember me adding it and then you adding it, just add 12 to
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. Hector may as well just add 12 gold.
Couldn't
Role playing, he gives it to Cadell, but you may as well add it straight into Hector's pot.
Yeah, I'm going to stumble, find a place to
you struggle to get up, but you
little
do.
bit out of sight. And
You stumble away a little bit further into the wood. There's still plenty of people around, but it's away from the bar. Slumped against a tree.
I'm gonna
Reminds me of the
start spewing. Yeah, it's gonna be very similar to that experience.
was it the first night?
Yeah.
Was it the first night we played, or was it the second night we played?
I know.
You had your tactical
second session.
Yeah.
You were on that dirty off beer, weren't you?
Yeah, it's like 11% or something daft. It's not.
And you didn't do so well.
Not good. Yeah.
Anyway.
Now the competition's over, can I ask, what's your gut thing? What's that?
Oh, that was just something I'd given myself.
It's not a feat, it's a title he gave himself.
No, it's just a nickname.
It's just in your story, you just want hell of a drink.
No,
it's just what he used to drum up an advertisement.
I thought you had some or something. I was like,
hey, literally made it up.
No, he's just making it up on the fly.
No.
You're just a pisshead. It's fine.
Yeah. He's a pisshead that's just blagging.
You just won 12 fucking gold with it.
Just blag.
Yeah. And he's in worse for wear.
Yeah.
But you can slump against the bottom of that tree, and you're comfy enough, and you can just fall asleep for a bit. Quite happy.
Yeah.
And everyone else knows where he is. And anyway, you.
Can I draw his face?
Can if you want, yeah. Yeah.
We could go over it.
Well, as soon as you mentioned, like, oh, can we draw on his face? Thunder's like, yeah. And he's got like a disguise kit that includes like some, like, a bit like makeup and bits, but so you can get like some fine pens and just like draw on his face.
Yeah.
What are you drawing on him?
What are they drawing? If it's not a penis, then
I was going to say it's going to be a penis.
Yeah, you got a big curly moustache and a penis on your forehead. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. and then I've just written winner on his cheek.
Winner. And wiener on the other side.
Wiener.
Yeah. There you spend the rest of the day of the festival in frivolity and enjoying yourselves.
Good word.
Frivolity is a great word.
Good word.
And then as it comes towards nighttime and darkness descends upon the city, there are a number of lanterns being put up throughout the kind of area that you're in, around the tree especially, but all throughout High Green it's all well lit. And as the festival begins, you hear some drums playing, at which point then thunder stops out of respect for what's happening. And you all can see, and Hector's awoken by now, having a good long.
I've got him up from his slumber, and I've got him up short.
You count it as a short rest if you want, but it's
nice.
because you're asleep for a little bit.
I will, because I wasted a bunch of my things on that.
And so then as you can see from a little bit from the other side, Cadell and Meridian know all about this kind of ritual as it's happening. But what happens is there's some, like, as far as you can see from through the crowd, is some like lanterns on sticks, like being carried through towards the tree, and the soldiers let them in past the cordon, and then these group of people in hoods gather around the around this huge tree. What is normally 6 noble houses, a representative from each. There is currently only 4.
Right.
And Meridian and Cadell will know that there is nobody from House Trevelyan, and no one from Halverston. I believe it's Halverston.
Halverston.
Yes.
No one from Trevelyan and no one from Halverston, did you say?
Alverston.
Halverston.
But in as far as how old is Meridian?
34, I think we said.
Okay. You know that since you were a child around here, you've witnessed this festival a few times. You remember some House Alverston representatives at the time, but they haven't had a representative since you were a kid. All these 4 figures gather round, and you can tell that they're not equally spaced. They're spaced as though it's where they should stand for their house, even though there's no markings. It's just like it's been well practiced. And clearly 2 gaps in this circle of people. And as they're stood there, a central figure comes out with a staff, and you don't exactly hear what happens, but as he kind of is some sort of chanting while he's there, and the end of his staff glows, and all the leaves on the tree from this wonderful green turn into golden browns and yellows and reddish hues, and then drift down from the tree. I mean, it is a humongous tree, and all these leaves don't just fall where the noble houses are, but they drift further out, almost as though further than they probably should. So everybody in the crowd is all kind of in this rain of kind of softly falling golden brown leaves all around, and it's beautiful. It's everybody is kind of a hushed silence, enjoying. Is it what, sorry?
Is it a texture like sun?
No. No, it's not, because there's some red hues in there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that you just kill the moment. So obviously all these leaves drift out, and many hundreds of these leaves. It's not affected any of the other trees, but then some of the children are running around through the crowd trying to catch them as they're falling down and having lots of fun. And some of these nobles in the middle suddenly have, you don't know where they came from, they seem to have a piece of fruit in their hand, which they then eat, and then they go about their business, and then they walk out the way they came with the lanterns, and there is now kind of autumn leaves everywhere. But it's odd, because if you pick one of the leaves up, they still have the full-on fresh feel and of a fresh leaf that's still on the tree, but it's just changed colour and shed.
Has anything replaced it? Like, or is it?
No, it's now just a
tree
bare.
there?
It's a bare tree now.
That's the signaling of the new season.
Yeah, it's just symbolism. Yeah, and everybody's just going hey, and then they carry on drinking and turn to what they were doing. They go back to shopping, playing games, and mostly drinking at this point in the night. What are you chaps doing? And Arabelle?
I'm gonna can I pocket a leaf?
Yeah, absolutely. What shade? Any kind of shade. Red, golden, yellow,
a red
orangey.
hue.
Okay.
I shall call it red hue.
Red hue.
He shall be my friend.
Draw a little smiley face on him. This is Hugh.
Yes, this is Hugh, my leaf.
Hector's already got a bloody teddy bear of Captain Cadell, hasn't
Captain Cordell.
he?
Cuddell.
Cuddles. Captain
Cool.
Cuddles.
Yeah.
He's a teddy bear.
Brilliant. I love it. Oh, just how much I wish to have artist fans to draw Captain Cuddell.
There was a point when you were describing the tree leaf falling off, and I just realised that Hector stood there looking in awe at this thing with a penis drawn on his face.
Yeah,
And-
yeah. You've still got. You are blissfully unaware that you have a penis on your head, a curly moustache, winner and wiener.
It's like this really beautiful moment, and
Yeah, go ahead.
stood there with a wiener on my face.
Wow. Penis on his head. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So,
That's a
Gentlemen.
image.
what are you doing?
I don't.
There you
Well,
are.
Hector's clearly had enough to drink. So.
I was gonna say, should we find somewhere to in the night?
Wherever you want to go.
Shall we head back to the anvil? Because I imagine Quentin stabled the horses somewhere close to there.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
we'll need them for the morning. Yeah,
I'll
that makes sense.
take you in out.
Yeah. And as
Harry.
you kind of are making your way out of the centre of the city, there's a lot of people doing very similar. It's like they've probably spent the best part of the day there and are heading back to Lowfields.
Lots of day drinking.
Yeah, there's some people worse for wear. There's still a lot of people just walking through the streets singing.
Yeah. I'll go to my phone to play us some nice walking music, and I'll just start singing along.
Yeah, so
merrily.
he does. Yeah, he just pulls out his lute, starts playing, singing. Yeah, and yeah, he pretty much just kind of makes one up as you walk through the town.
Oh, penis on face.
Yeah, he slips that in there somewhere, and you're like, "Well, a penis on face? It makes no sense whatsoever."
It makes no sense, but I'll sing it.
Penis on face, and everybody else is like, "Hey!" around you, like, "Hey," and you're like, you make your way back down to the Lowfields, the gates that you head like that path from the kind of the dock region, that long kind of sloping road down to the gate to Lowfields. And that gate to Lowfields is just left open, where they're just letting people in and out to move freely. And yeah, you make your way down to the anvil and kind of make your way back in there. As you kind of get back in, you realise that a lot of the people who have spent the day drinking there have then decided to continue drinking in Lowfields. And where the drinks are notably cheaper. And so they are. So the bar itself is pretty busy. And
imagine as soon as we walk in, somebody goes, "Hey, crowd!"
yeah, pretty much.
Jump on the
He
table and
does.
start playing the tune.
It starts playing away. It's not. I say it's not the biggest of places. A lot of the floor space in here is taken up with the fighting pit. But there's still plenty of people. There's no fights on tonight because it's all about merriment. There's no fights on.
There's no fit state to be fighting tonight, anyway.
No, there's not. But you all kind of go back in, and some of the locals, and the bar staff included, giving Thunder a bit of a weird look. It's like, what are you doing back here? Kind of look.
Oh, yeah, because they just saw him getting dragged out, getting arrested.
They all saw him get arrested, dragged away, and now there's been a town crier walking around saying that Alzadoran's spy's been dragged away. Which he did. Which he's not a spy, but got dragged away. And people are putting two and two together and now think he's a spy.
Then the fact that he's not in prison suggests that around. It's a different Alzadoran spy.
These Alzadorans all look the same.
You think they'd be more distracted by the bloke with the penis on his face?
There's that many drunken people that most people don't care.
There's more than one person with a penis drawn on their face in this party.
I'm gonna with Hector in tow around my arm. I'm gonna go up to barkeep and say we need lodgings again for me and my party. Have you got anything free?
Oh, yeah, we got somewhere free. Yeah, the same rooms again if you want.
That'd be spot on there, lad.
It's gold a room.
Gold a room? I thought we got free lodging for the entertainment.
Yeah, that night you did.
He's entertaining everyone again.
A gold a room.
Maybe
you can do it.
Maybe we don't need a room
for a service.
That's purely down to you. What you saw is what we got. We don't have many rooms. We don't get many customers wanting lodgings.
Go on, for a serviceman of the King's country, you can give us a bit of discount, I'm sure.
I need to make a living.
Or
well, no.
Maybe we'll just have 2 rooms. Maybe we'll just share 2 rooms.
That's what you want. You can share rooms all you like. How many rooms? It's a gold a room.
Could we? How many people could you fit in a room realistically? Like, could all?
In those rooms you were in.
Yeah.
You can fit maybe
You have 2 in one
three
room, 3
in a
in
room.
t'other.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 rooms then.
Yeah.
I'll give Hector a pat on the back and go, this guy's being an asshole. Go on.
Yeah. All right.
And
Let's take. I'll pay for these with my drinking money.
And you kind of drunkenly just kind of trying to count your money out.
Yeah, I hand him 2 copper, thinking it's
2 coin.
The fuck do you call this? 2 gold.
You're a wee bit short.
Gold. The gold ones.
Think you've had enough.
And then I'll hand him 2 gold.
I think he's had enough.
I'll hand him 2 gold. and head up to one of the rooms and collapse.
Yeah,
door,
Cadell then helps him
open
up.
it for you, and
He just
shove
goes chuck him onto the bed, practically from the door. Like, and as soon as your head hits it, you're
Out.
out. Yeah, snoring wildly.
I'm not sharing a room with him.
That's fine. Me and you can take the spare room. I'm honourable. You can have the bed. I'll sleep on the floor.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, there's those two rooms, and Thunder doesn't care. He goes in with Hector. It's whichever of the two rooms that Meridian wants to go in.
Oh, yeah, I'm not bothered.
Right.
Just roll a bed, roll out next to Hector on the floor, and pass out.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah,
then.
don't want to be on my side, pal. That's a spew zone.
Yeah, and
I'll go behind him, the floor.
yeah.
And I'll leave like the bin or something.
Hey, aim the bin up there.
Thunder take it. Thunder's
Get next to him.
Thunder's like prodding him, poking him, and like pissing him off. Like
Yeah. But yeah, so then yeah, you spend the night sleeping in the anvil, and
in the anvil.
have another good night's sleep. That's another long rest. To which point then, yeah, you wake up to a fresh morning. You notice Quentin wasn't in either of the rooms.
Must have found somewhere himself.
Yeah.
He did say he got a job.
Yeah.
He could have lodged to his job. He's in the field. Well, he was in the fields, low fields. So, or he's
Lowfields is where you are.
somewhere.
So, yeah.
Oh right. Oh, sorry.
But yeah,
He
the morning is yours. Yeah.
Morning beckons.
Get the horses ready and
I'll
Take a
kindly
move
go
out.
take extra glass.
Well, yeah. As you kind of get up, Thunder picks up Hector's new shiny shield and holds it in front of you. And you can still see a penis, moustache, and the lettering on sides of your face is a bit smudged now from sleeping on it. But
And I'll be squinting and like, I think it says wiener. Winner.
yeah, it does.
I've woken up and I've come into the room and
I know.
everyone's stirred and
I'll just
ready.
fair play, guys. That's hella funny. And then I'll just start
I'm handing you
cleaning it off.
handing you a satchel of water. Like,
Yeah.
have a
Wipe it
sweep.
off.
Yeah, you wash it off easy enough.
Yeah.
It's not
You have a
permanent.
drink.
It's
It's just a minute.
yeah. Yeah, you have some good refreshing drink and a wash,
Yeah.
and then you all.
Before we
Mhm.
did you want to visit a library?
Yes, I did want to. I mean, I don't think I'm in any fit state for learning this morning, but I just wanted to read a bit more about, maybe see if I could learn about the guy that gave me the shield. And I suppose I'm guessing you guys want to know a bit more about the guy who gave you your sword and the man who gave you your diamond. And
Well, we do have
the special satchel of
Badger.
creatures.
we do have a good
Satchel of Badger.
satchel of badger. Meridian being a man of knowledge, surely he could find us something in the library. I'm sure. before we venture off out of this place. If there's any knowledge we can learn before we leave, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, you're discussing this as you walk down the stairs, and you see Quentin sat at a table having breakfast.
Good morning, Quentin.
Oh, morning. You had a good night?
Oh, it's a great night.
I bet.
Did you catch the drinking contest that I won, might I add?
You were taking part. I heard about it. I didn't. I had no interest.
Oh,
The
On the city.
festival was beautiful, though.
it was. Did you, which stable did you say the horses were at?
Oh, head down towards the fields. Turn right. There's one just round the corner down there. Generally has a lot of work horses, but they're good folk. They took your horses and looked after them.
Very good.
That's what I think.
Yeah, if you don't mind me, gents, I need to head out into the fields. You say you're leaving today?
Aye, we are.
At which point then he stands up, automatically just gives Arabella a big hug. Take care of yourself, as I'm sure these will take care of you too. As much as we want our families back, I want you back safely too.
We're outside.
And which point he just kind of taps Cadell mid-back as he can reach. And gives you a nod and heads out.
Till the next time.
Yeah, till next time. Yeah, it needs to make an early start. So yeah,
Well,
We got horses out.
hopefully we'll get some
fair
food
enough.
as,
Yeah.
Especially Hector, I think he could do with breakfast. Good old fry up.
I'd say it'd be a gold in total for everyone to have breakfast.
I'll whack it in, I don't mind.
Ah, get it.
Cheap, that.
Yeah. Cheap. Yeah. No, it's good. I've still got 8 gold, I'm alright. So yeah. So
2 silver a piece. Yeah.
Cool.
yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, gold for a slap up fry up between us all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've still got 8 gold left.
But it's a bit like just a platter of stuff. Just put it in in the middle and you just help yourselves. So yeah, so then you eat and then you set off for your horses. You follow the way that Quentin described to you out towards the fields. You turned right and then as soon as you... Sorry, go on.
Well, we're not wanting to take this library first.
Oh, it depends. Whichever you'd rather.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought Hector was saying that he was in no fit state for learning, but
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
good
really,
plan,
but
all right.
we're gonna leave.
Feels better.
We're gonna leave the city, and at which point we won't be able to then. So now's the time.
but you will have to come back to claim.
Yeah.
It's purely down to yourselves and what you want to do.
Nah. Okay. We'll leave it for now. We will.
Yeah,
We
okay,
will
yeah.
research this on our way back on our return.
So yes, you head down to these stables then. So as you turn to the corner, you can clearly see the stables ahead of you, and as Quentin described, there is plenty of horses there, most of which are currently in the process of having harnesses put on them, ready for pulling plenty of machinery across the fields. And
Multiple tractors.
effectively, or just carts. A lot of them are just carts, ready for either weeding or whatever needs doing across the entire many kilometers or miles of farmland which is out there. There's huge space of farmland.
Low field is huge.
It's huge.
It's
The actual
probably
field
huge,
itself
yeah, it's
is humongous. Yeah.
It's practically the size of the city.
Yeah. Yeah, and it practically feeds the entire city. Not all of it is for crop growing. Some of it's for grazing as well. But yeah, and as you kind of approach, there's one horse that's having a new shoe put on, and yeah, gent's busy putting the shoe on. It's like, can we help you?
I believe you have our horses.
Do I?
Left here by Quentin.
Quentin, lovely chap. Yes, absolutely. He kind of looks around the back. And it's just like, where are these gents' horses? Quentin left them. Oh yeah, I'll bring them out. I'll bring them out. So yeah, he's this stable areas. It goes back a ways with lots of like stalls where the horses are kept through the night. And one by one, these stable hands bring your horses out. It brings Lightning and everybody else's horses. I can't remember if you named them or not. But they're just military edition horses. Yeah, and they bring you horses, and on one of them is a cart which has been cleaned.
Yeah,
and
the one's the head.
And
the wolf
no longer got a wolf head on it.
Oh, I suppose it'd be very decaying by now.
Yeah.
I kind of want to keep the skull.
No, it was disposed of. But that's a gold, please.
How much did you say?
A gold.
A gold.
A gold, please.
Oh, right. Yeah. I thought you said 10 gold. I was like,
can be if you like. 10 gold, yes.
No.
Keep the bloody horses.
Yeah. I was like, ain't that.
Yeah. I've got breakfast. Do you mind getting the?
Oh, did you get breakfast? Hang on. Sorry, I took one off for that as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, then you've paid for stables already.
Yeah.
There you go. You take your horse. Are you taking the cart or are you saddling the horse? If you're saying something, I can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't catch any.
We need the cart.
I'm just saying, do we need cart?
I need.
Oh, that's a good point.
What was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear it.
Oh yeah, of course.
We might require the car because we need transport for the family. So if we do end up finding it, I'm going to need a car.
It is a good point.
Yeah, we'll take the cat.
Really, because it's not got anyone in it at the minute, so it's not.
Well, to be fair, you had what? Meridian had a horse, Cadell had a horse, Thunder had Lightning, then Oribella was leading the cart with Hector and.
Oh yeah, very true. We were me and Quentin were in the back.
You and Quentin were in the back, but you did say, yeah. So I'd say you do have your. I'll say you do have your own horse. No, in fact, it's the fact that Oribella didn't have her own horse because Hector's horse was pulling the cart.
Yeah.
We found the cat with the horse attached.
But we didn't. I don't think we brought.
Well, then you wouldn't have taken it with you. It's fine. I'm not going to split hairs. I'll say you've got enough horses.
All right. Okay.
I'm not going to split hairs. About it. It's fine. What you say? You're taking? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Oribella can ride the horse, and Hector can take the cart.
If we're going to take the cart, Oribella rides the horse that the cart is attached to because she's the lightest out of all of us.
Whatever you want to do. Sorry. So you said you're heading across land.
I think so. Yeah, across land to the outpost. I think that was the Verdict.
Yep.
Yeah.
That will be approximately about 6 days travel.
Ooh, 6 days travel.
Yeah.
Which,
It's a good way to go.
as you're about to set off, is where we'll leave it.
Yeah, that's not a bad point to.
That is a good point to leave it.
Yeah, and then hopefully Thunder will be back with us.
Hopefully, next time, which is in 4 weeks' time, the 1st of August will be the next episode, when you set off on your epic journey to try and rescue Oribella and Quentin's family from the slavers.
Yeah.
And then go on the mission given to you by the Sanctus Veritas himself, and find out what it's all about. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see when it happens. So, and anybody who's watching, thank you very much for watching, and stay safe. Bosh.